Chapter 871. Eunzi, the invincible true spirit, fell into a bottomless abyss in a daze. The scenes from before kept appearing in front of him. The 10 questions were answered by this human brat. Without a single mistake, the answers came out without a doubt. Not only did Eunzi vomit blood, but the other 2 brothers were also speechless with their mouths wide open. Their most powerful big brother lost to a human brat. "Brat, you must have cheated." Eunzi snorted. "Our big brother is the smartest person in this chaotic land. You can't possibly answer them." "I have to. What happened before doesn't count." Eunzi was unhappy. A human brat defeated them and lost their treasures. He couldn't take this lying down. "The 3 of you are really shameless. You lost and still won't admit it." The crab demon said with disdain, "A loss is a loss. Do you want to go back on your words?" Giant Eunzi showed his attitude, and the crab demon was naturally unhappy. Previously, he had challenged Eunzi and passed the first 2 rounds. However, he encountered a difficult problem in the last round and lost to Eunzi. Brat Lin's victory was no less than his own victory. He couldn't let them be lazy. Lin Fei smiled and said, "As long as you have enough treasures, I don't mind continuing." Hiss! They sucked in a breath of cold air. Eunzi and Eunzi were speechless. Continue? They didn't have any confidence. The 10 questions could baffle them, but this human brat answered them effortlessly. It was obvious that they couldn't beat him. They said that just now because they were impulsive. However, Lin Fei's words were like a bucket of cold water splashing on them. It was as disgusting as swallowing a fly. "Human brat, you win." Eunzi stopped his brothers from continuing. He looked at Lin Fei with a complicated gaze. "You are the first person to defeat me. You answered all 10 questions. You are really amazing." You flatter me." Lin Fei smiled and said, "You can answer my questions, but it doesn't mean that you are smarter than me." A smug look flashed across Eunzi's eyes. "Unless you can come up with a problem that baffles me, I will be convinced and admit that you have passed this test. Old man, you are really shameless." The crab monster snorted coldly. "Shameless? Don't talk nonsense. This is called being sincerely convinced. I admit that he is very smart and more powerful than me. But if you want me to be sincerely convinced, you have to give me an answer that I can't answer." Eunzi said calmly. This was stealing a beam and replacing a pillar with a pillar. "Crab bro, I will handle this. Someone is not satisfied. If that's the case, I will make sure he loses wholeheartedly." Lin Fei laughed coldly in his heart. "Trying to play mind games with me. The one who loses will definitely be you." He had finally fallen for it. Eunzi secretly breathed a sigh of relief. Eunzi was indignant about losing like this, so he came up with a plan. In his heart, Eunzi admitted that this human brat was strong, but it did not mean that he was smarter than him. That's what a man should do. Eunzi provoked. "As long as you can stump me, you win. We will abide by the rules. Who asked us to keep our word?" "All right. If the other party wanted to lose wholeheartedly, Lin Fei naturally would not refuse. He would definitely make them feel satisfied." "Listen, what is the first thing we do when we wake up in the morning?" Lin Fei casually asked a question. "Ha ha ha, this is too simple." Eunzi shouted. "Of course it is to wash our faces." No, it should be to eat." Eunzi shouted. "It can't be wrong. Only a fool would not eat. This kind of question is too simple. It can't stump us at all." Eunzi's original confidence suddenly collapsed. His face turned solemn. His brain was spinning quickly, trying to think of an answer. But no matter how he thought, he felt that the answer to this question was not ordinary. "Eat." No, it shouldn't be that simple. "Get up?" Seems like it, doesn't seem like it. "Wash my face?" That seems possible. Damn it! What is the answer to this question? It is too difficult. "Calm down. I must calm down," seeing Yuanzi pretending to be calm. Lin Fei laughed in his heart. Senior, don't be anxious. You will have the time of an incense stick to burn to consider. This was equivalent to a slap on Yuanzi's face. Just now, it was his turn to laugh at the other party. Brett Lin, you are really something. Even I can't answer this kind of question. The crab demon shook his head. Facing such a question, he frowned. That old thing, Yuanzi has no choice but to accept it. Exciting, too exciting. In the blink of an eye, the time of an incense stick was almost up. Yuanzi started to show all kinds of emotions, such as frustration and helplessness. He couldn't think of an answer. Time is up. Yuanzi hesitated. It should be to eat. Lin Fei smiled. Are you sure? Yes. In fact, Yuanzi himself was not confident. He was the smartest person in the land of chaos, but in the end, he was stumped by a human brat. You answered wrongly. The correct answer is open your eyes. In an instant, Yuanzi seemed to have lost his spirit. He muttered to himself, so it is to open your eyes. Why can't I think of such a simple question? At this moment, Yuanzi wished he could slap himself. The question was too simple. He was unwilling to lose. I know you are unwilling. I can give you 2 more questions. If you can't answer them, then you will really lose. Yuanzi seemed to be injected with energy. Yuanzi, am the smartest person in the land of chaos. It is impossible for me to lose. I just couldn't think of the question just now. Later on, I will definitely make you suffer a crushing defeat. Second question, how to use leaves to cover the sky. Third question, a demonic beast flew 100 miles to the left and 500 miles to the right. May I ask, which direction does the demonic beast's tail point towards? When the 2 questions were given, Yuanzi was immediately dumbfounded. For a moment, he didn't know how to answer. Cover the sky with leaves? Divine ability? This doesn't seem to work. Which direction does the demonic beast's tail point towards? This is really a difficult question. Yuanzi was really bitter. He thought that he was the number 1 person. But now he was helpless and didn't know how to answer. After a long time, Yuanzi's brows furrowed. He was completely at his wits' end. Once again, he was dejected and listless. This was too much of a blow. I've lost, and I'm convinced. Please tell me the answer. Chapter 872. Yuanzi had lost completely. Even though he had an answer from the start, and it was reasonable, Lin Fei's 3 questions had stumped him, which was beyond his expectations. Especially the crab demon. He even wanted to know how this Lin brat was so smart that he could stumble the famous Yuanzi. This was a miracle in the land of chaos. Why should I say it? Lin Fei refused. Yuanzi was stunned, and his mind went blank. That's right. Why should I say it to myself? Among the 3 brothers, Yuanzi liked to get to the bottom of things. If he couldn't get an answer, he would have a knot in his heart. Now that Lin Fei had mentioned it, he was at the bottom of his heart. Yuanzi, Lin brat has won. Are you going to fulfill your promise? The crab demon laughed. At the mention of this, Yuanzi and Sin Yuanzi were dumbfounded. Brat, what do you want? After a while, Yuanzi asked gloomily, I want 5 million kilograms of first yuan heavy water. His words were like a bomb that shocked the 2 of them on the spot. Even the crab monster and Humei gasped in shock. Isn't this a scam? Sen Yuanzi had a bad temper and started scolding. That's impossible. We won't give it to you. Yuanzi was afraid that the other party would find out where it hurt. So he quickly added, you can't take 5 million kilograms of first yuan heavy water away. No one has ever taken it away before. Who could take 5 million kilograms of first yuan heavy water away? What a joke! Moreover, it might not be of any use. Usually, people would only come for tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of kilograms. Who would ask for such an exorbitant price like this human brat? How would you know if you don't try? I'm really going to take 5 million kilograms of first yuan heavy water, unless you're not willing to take it out. Lin Fei was determined to take it. 5 million kilograms of first yuan heavy water was too important to him. You too can't bully others. Since Lin Brat has spoken, who said that there's no other way, are you two going to be lazy? The river crab monster was on Lin Fei's side. If news of this were to spread, where would you 3 brothers put your faces? Stop arguing, Yunzi said forcefully, stopping the 2 brothers from arguing. Big brother, how can you do that? However, when Yunzi glared at them, they shut their mouths. In front of their big brother, they had no temper. Brat Lin, you are the first person to pass this test in the past 1,000 years. We 3 brothers will keep our promise. You can take as much as you want, 5 million kilograms of first essence heavy water. I'll say the ugly words first. If you can't take it, you must tell me the answer to that question. Lin Fei was stunned. This Yunzi was really interesting. I can take anything I want. That's right. As long as you have the ability, we will definitely not stop you, Yunzi said. Lin Fei smiled. In that case, I won't stand on ceremony. Trying to stump me? There was no need to even think about it. Brat Lin, are you confident? The crab monster asked. You should know that the first origin heavy water is as heavy as 1,000 caddies, let alone 1,000,000 caddies. Don't worry, I'm confident. Lin Fei was very confident in collecting the first essence heavy water. He was not worried about not having a place to store it. Big brother, you are silly. What if he takes it? Second brother said unhappily. Second brother, you are silly. This brat doesn't have the ability to take the first essence heavy water. Sand Yunzi said sarcastically. Big brother is provoking him. Even if he passes the test without us, he can forget about taking the first essence heavy water. Don't forget that we were born from the first essence heavy water. Without our permission, who can collect the first essence heavy water? Yunzi said, third brother's right. Brat Lin is not weak. If he wants to take the first essence heavy water, he must have our permission. Otherwise, not giving up. Yunzi really did not give up. He posed another problem. In terms of defense, third brother was inferior. In terms of strength, second brother was also inferior. In terms of intelligence, he was inferior. But in terms of first essence heavy water, besides them, no one could obtain it. They were prepared to see what Brat Lin was capable of. After collecting the first essence heavy water, it would be interesting if he was covered in dirt. It was not that easy to take advantage of them. Come here. Lin Fei reached out and grabbed. The demon god's hand expanded, turning into a towering giant hand. It grabbed at the black lake, and a large mass of first essence heavy water landed in its palm. Too heavy. This grab brought a huge force of gravity, like the eruption of a mountain torrent. It instantly pressed down, almost crushing everyone. No, it's impossible. Our first essence heavy water is not so easy to take. Lin Fei's grab was pressured, and the 3 origin giant brothers seemed to see the result. With my 3,000 dragon power, I still can't withstand the heavy pressure. Lin Fei activated his divine power, but still could not withstand it. This too, 5 million kilograms of first essence heavy water was really awesome. Looks like I have to use God's right hand. When Lin Fei saw that the first origin heavy water was about to return to the surface of the lake, he executed the god's right hand and activated the Emperor-grade celestial artifact. A majestic force enveloped the first origin heavy water and stopped it from falling. Phew, luckily I succeeded. God's right hand burst forth, finally withstanding it. Heaven and earth smelt. A volcano flew out, and Lin Fei threw the mass of first essence heavy water into the volcano. A huge pool of fire enveloped the first essence, heavy water. So heavy, even the heaven and earth smelt can't withstand it. As expected of the one and only first essence, heavy water, even the heaven and earth smelt can be affected. Incredible. Silently sensing the changes in the heaven and earth smelt, Lin Fei made another move. With a thought, another mass of first essence, heavy water, fell into the heaven and earth smelt. Big brother, look, he succeeded. Second brother was dumbfounded. Impossible, our first essence, heavy water, weighs 10,000 kilograms. How can he hold it? And what kind of container is this? It can withstand the pressure of the first essence, heavy water. Third brother's mouth was wide open. Yunzi opened his mouth to speak, but in the end he squeezed out a sentence. F***CK. Even this can be done. First essence, heavy water, was a special existence. Every time they had to take it out personally. Otherwise, ordinary people would not be able to subdue it, and they would be helpless. But at this time, seniors with so much first essence, heavy water, I won't stand on ceremony. Lin Fei did not stand on ceremony. He activated the right hand of God and continuously collected the first essence, heavy water. Mass after mass of first essence, heavy water, fell into the heaven and earth smelt. In the blink of an eye, a large amount of first essence, heavy water, disappeared. Yunzi and his brothers were speechless. This volcano is incredible. Although the river crab demon said this, his gaze was fixed on his right hand. Awesome. He refined his right hand into an emperor-grade celestial artifact. With a wave of his hand, he can suppress thousands. You can also see that his right hand is an emperor-grade celestial artifact. If I'm not wrong, he should have refined it with a Chaos Divine Stone. Rumor has it that the Chaos Divine Stone has long been extinct. I didn't expect it to still exist. It's really invincible. Any existence can be swept away by this slap, especially with his divine strength. This right hand is simply a killing weapon. Little brother Xiao Fei is too scary. Hu Mei's eyes flashed with a hint of surprise and admiration. The river crab demon sighed. If we had dealt with Lin Fei back then, I'm afraid we would be the ones suffering. An emperor-grade celestial artifact is incomparably domineering. It wouldn't be difficult to injure us. This kid is really abnormal. He still has such a move hidden. Whoever becomes his enemy will definitely be an unforgettable nightmare. In a short while, Lin Fei collected a large amount of first essence, heavy water. For such a huge black lake, the amount of first essence, heavy water collected was really not much. At most, it was just a drop in the ocean. No, the heaven and earth smelt, can't take it anymore. After collecting for a while, Lin Fei thought to himself, but I only collected a few million kilograms. I really can't accept this. Such a great opportunity is right in front of me. The three Yunzi brothers finally felt at ease. They could also see that Lin Fei seemed to be reaching the limits of what he could bear. If this continued, the volcano wouldn't be able to hold on. Young man, that's enough. Lin Fei looked at the endless first essence, heavy water. The harvest was big enough, but he really didn't feel good giving up like this. Damn it, I can't just give up like this. Lin Fei gritted his teeth and activated the heaven and earth smelt, desperately refining the first essence, heavy water. He tried to condense it so that he could store more first essence, heavy water. That was how the immortal chi was condensed. Whoosh! The inside of the volcano revolved, especially a huge millstone, crushing the first essence, heavy water. Traces of mysterious power actively integrated into Lin Fei's body, covering every inch of his flesh. At first, Lin Fei was still shocked, but after a while his eyes lit up. This is possible. Lin Fei exclaimed in his heart, then immediately felt relieved. If Chaos Divine Stones can be injected into the body, then first essence, heavy water, can too. The mysterious power was in the form of a black substance. At first, It was thin threads that continuously appeared in his body. As more and more of them appeared, Lin Fei finally felt a familiar feeling. Isn't this the power of laws? It's almost equal. Lin Fei didn't think that his carelessness would result in such a result. He had originally planned to refine a hand of gravity, which should have extraordinary power. Collect for me! Everyone thought that Lin Fei was going to stop, but they saw a shocking scene. He actually collected the first essence heavy water again, and with one grab, it was another big ball. Damn it, what is he doing? Isn't he worried that it will explode? For some reason, when he saw Lin Fei continuously collecting the first essence heavy water, Yuanzi had a bad feeling, a very bad feeling. But subconsciously, he told himself that Lin Fei couldn't possibly succeed. Refine for me. The heaven and earth smelt was activated, and the first essence heavy water continuously entered Lin Fei's body. A black fog began to appear around his body, enveloping him. From being faintly visible, it completely surrounded him. Chapter 873. Above the Black Lake, a young man was shrouded in black mist. He could not be seen clearly, as though he was being shielded. The three Origin giant brothers had unnatural expressions. They could tell from the black mist that it contained the aura of the first essence heavy water. How could a human brat have the aura of the first essence heavy water? It was extremely pure and identical. Big brother, look. The first essence heavy water is decreasing. Suddenly, third brother pointed at the water surface and shouted. The amount of first yuan heavy water was decreasing at an extremely fast rate. Bastard, what is he doing? Is he trying to plunder the first essence heavy water? 2UNZ could no longer sit still and was prepared to stop the human brat. They were born from the first essence heavy water and were like their mothers. But now a human brat was constantly plundering it, and there was no possibility of it exploding. Just as he finished speaking, a whirlpool appeared on the surface of the Black Lake. Black streams of first essence heavy water rushed out and entered the young man's body in an endless stream. The aura of the first essence heavy water became even stronger. Brat Lin is too monstrous. He actually refined the first essence heavy water and integrated it into his body. It's equivalent to grasping a nomological power and a very useful gravity nomological power. The river crab demon laughed loudly. The first essence heavy water contained the gravity nomological power. A drop of water weighed thousands of kilograms. At this moment, after the first essence heavy water was refined, it began to revolve around Lin Fei. The mist shone brightly. Stop him. If we don't stop him, our first essence heavy water will be completely consumed. 2UNZ and 3rd UNZ communicated with the first essence heavy water in an attempt to resist the human brat's plundering. But no matter how they tried to suppress it, the endless whirlpool and terrifying tearing force were not under their control. The first essence heavy water continuously fell onto Lin Fei's body like flowing water. And at this moment, Lin Fei was immersed in the refinement process. He had somehow grasped the first essence heavy water. Large patches of black plants and black mountains appeared on his solemn face. What a sin! First UNZ sighed. He could not stop it. Who would have thought that a human brat would one day plunder the first essence heavy water? Not only did he grasp it, but he also made it his own. It was shocking. The first essence heavy water was not under their control. Under the guidance of the whirlpool, it entered Lin Fei's body. The three of them could only watch on helplessly as they lost control of the world. Even they could not imagine how a human could be this sick. This was just killing them. 10% of first essence heavy water, 20% of the first essence heavy water, 30% first essence heavy water. When 70% of the first essence heavy water was formed, the endless whirlpool disappeared and everything returned to normal. At this moment, the Black Lake was in a mess. Large numbers of underwater demon beasts formed a black mass. The decrease of the first essence heavy water was a huge blow to the demon beasts. Kill that human brat. Damn it, this is too damn it. Great King, you must kill this human brat. He has harmed Black Lake. The underwater demon beasts that surfaced were making a lot of noise. They were determined to kill the human brat. Bang, bang, bang. Suddenly, heavy hammers smashed down from above the Black Lake. A number of demonic beasts were smashed by this and immediately felt dizzy, unable to tell north from south. With just this, hundreds and thousands of demon beasts suffered a calamity. I hate people who speak ill of others behind their backs. If you dare to say another word, I will burn you to death. Above the Black Lake, the mist of the first essence heavy water dissipated, revealing a figure behind it. At this moment, he was smiling and staring at the underwater demon beasts on the lake. Brat Lin, you have mastered the first essence heavy water? The river crab demon flew up and looked at Lin Fan in amazement. Awesome, really awesome. I can smell the aura of the first essence heavy water on you. Lin Fei opened his hand, and instantly, a ball of black water appeared in his hand. It emitted a luster and moved up and down as he willed it. After the unconscious demon beasts recovered, they were instantly filled with fear when they saw this young man playing with the first essence heavy water in his hand. Human brat, are you satisfied now? First essence heavy water's heart was bleeding. 70% of the huge Black Lake had been plundered by this brat. If he wanted to restore it to its original state, he would need at least 1,000 years. Lin Fei chuckled. Satisfied, very satisfied. You are a very good person. He was secretly laughing in his heart. After refining the first essence heavy water, Lin Fei had obtained great benefits. It was no less than an increase in divine power. Then why are you still here? First essence heavy water suspected that if he stayed, he would attack this brat. Brother Crab, Sister Hu, let's go. Lin Fei greeted them and turned to first essence heavy water. Seeing that you are sincere, I will tell you the second answer. Just cover your eyes with your eyes. As for the third answer, the demon beast's tails are always pointing downwards. Ha ha ha. 3 figures turned into streams of light and flew away. Big brother, why didn't you stop them? This is 70% of the first essence heavy water. The huge Black Lake had lost 70% of the first essence heavy water. It was indeed a huge blow and an unacceptable result. First essence heavy water frowned and relaxed as if he was thinking about something. Then he revealed a bitter smile. I see. I was really a frog in a well. He turned and returned to the Black Lake. Big brother, what's wrong? Are you really not going to deal with them? Second brother and third brother were unwilling. They were really unwilling. Idiot, use your brain and think if the 3 of us are a match for them. Yunzi's voice came from behind. Their bodies trembled, and they suddenly understood. Yes, the first essence heavy water in the Black Lake was reduced by 70%. How could they deal with the 3 of them? It would indirectly affect their strength. Brat, release the first essence heavy water. In the sky above the chaotic land, the crab demon couldn't wait to find out more. Hu Mei had a charming smile on her face. Okay, with a thought from Lin Fei, torrential first essence heavy water surged out. Even though it couldn't cover the sky, the void within a 500-kilometer radius collapsed on the spot, leaving everything in tatters. With such a gravitational field created by the first essence heavy water, it is no less than cultivating the nomological power. Together with your divine power, you are really a good helper. Anyone who gets close to you will definitely have a headache or even die. The crab demon laughed. After refining a gravitational field, Lin Fei was quite satisfied. Together with his divine power, the area within a 1,000-mile radius would be his own kingdom. How much nomological power is my gravitational field equivalent to? It should be around 40%. That's already very good. Hu Mei smiled. Anyway, Your combat strength is in terms of divine power. You also have the bloodline of the dragon races, divine beast. It would be a pity if you don't walk the path of strength. Chapter 874. Heavenly Fox Mountain. You can bring us out of here now. Leave the chaotic land. After returning from the Black Lake, Lin Fei told them about his decision. After all, they had helped him a lot. This news was really good news for Humei and River Crab Demon. They almost thought that they had heard wrongly. If there are no big problems, I should be able to bring you out of here. Lin Fei said to them, there is a 70% chance. The primal chaos land was a sealed space. Lin Fei could leave on his own without any problems. However, it would be difficult to bring others out. Ha ha ha, 70% chance, why not? River Crab Demon did not think so much. I have been wanting to leave this place for a long time. The outside world is the place we yearn for. Humei blinked at Lin Fei, as cute as a young girl. You said you want to bring us into that volcano of yours. Lin Fei gave her a thumbs up, sister who is awesome. You guessed right. I am indeed planning to do so. Let's see if you dare to fight. Lin Fei thought about how to bring people out. He still wanted to rely on the heaven and earth furnace, which was a unique existence. The exploration of the 9 Nether Secret Realm would take no more than 10 days. Lin Fei had to make good use of it. Why not? Just based on what Brother Xiao Fei said, we have to give it a try. Soon, all the heavenly foxes on the Heavenly Fox Mountain were gathered together. Lin Fei was dazzled by the sight. Fox spirits were indeed beauties. As for the old crab, he was a loner, so he was the simplest one. We are all ready. Humei walked over after she was ready. Lin Fei glanced at them. Don't use your martial arts to resist. I will bring you in. The heaven and earth furnace enveloped them and sent them in, creating a special place that was not attacked by the divine fire. Unbelievable, really unbelievable. After entering, River Crab Demon's strong heart was already used to it. You guys can just stay put. Lin Fei's voice came from outside. Now that Lin Fei could no longer enter the heaven and earth smelt, he could still take people in and control the godly flames without suffering any losses. Lin Fei immediately flew towards one of the exits of the land of primal chaos. Along the way, Lin Fei killed all the chaos beasts he encountered and refined them into god power pellets. However, the effect was minimal. He realized that the chaos beasts were too weak. He needed to find something stronger. In a low valley, Lin Fei found the place at a glance. It's still useful. Lin Fei breathed a sigh of relief, put down the Origin Immortal Stone, and activated the teleportation formation. Inside the heaven and earth furnace, after seeing this location, the two of them couldn't help but sigh. So the place to leave was here. No wonder they couldn't find it. From the very beginning, their subconscious was telling them that they couldn't leave this place. Only now did he realize how wrong he was. Haha, we're finally out. In the vast mountains, a white light flashed, and Lin Fei came out. Roar! The moment he came out, a bloodthirsty, demonic beast pounced out from the mountains. Wind blades filled the sky, and a towering tree was cut down, leaving behind the aura of the laws. Lin Fei glared, but he didn't dodge. Instead, he slapped the demonic beast's body, and its huge body was instantly torn apart. The two of you better stay inside. Once I leave this space, I'm worried that the great emperors will attack you. Lin Fei transmitted his voice to the two of them with his consciousness. After hearing this, the two of them felt a certain amount of pressure and chose to stay in the heaven and earth furnace. They were worried that the great emperors would attack them. Although the two of them were strong, a single could kill them. I've already gotten the first Yuan heavy water, and I've also gotten most of the other materials. The Academy will definitely have the remaining materials in stock. I don't need to worry too much. Lin Fei calculated his gains. If I want the Academy to take out the materials, I need to perform well. This is good. After this trip to the land of primal chaos, my strength has increased greatly. Even if I encounter a 40% law expert, I don't need to worry. Rumble, rumble. Right at this moment, the heavens and earth shook, and a violent energy wave swept out. What a powerful energy wave! Lin Fei frowned. Could it be that someone is fighting over some treasure? Although he didn't care about treasures, Lin Fei was quite attractive. He was worried that he couldn't find a chance to perform well, and now it seemed that his chance had come. At this moment, millions of li away, a world of flames. At a glance, flames burned between the heavens and earth. Numerous flaming mountains were tens of thousands of zhang tall, like numerous flaming giants. It was a pure land of flames. At this moment, in a flaming desert, piles of bones were piled up, and a huge crater was scattered everywhere. A terrifying aura lingered, and at the same time, sounds of fighting could be heard. A huge door stood in the flaming desert. A violent demonic aura covered the sky, almost covering the sky above the door. Kakik, you are known as the geniuses of the Academy, but unfortunately your strength is too weak. You are a bunch of trash. Today, you will all die here, turn into bones, and sleep here. 3 guys with monstrous demonic aura suppressed more than 10 geniuses of the Academy. All of them were injured and were at a disadvantage. The violent demonic aura turned into giants, and from time to time, they would swallow a person, leaving behind corpses. Jean Tai, you have played enough. You can kill them now. All right, you can go to hell now. The one called Jean Tai flashed a bloodthirsty smile. He suddenly killed his way into the crowd, grabbed an arrogant Academy disciple, and bit his neck, instantly sucking him dry. Run. The remaining people panicked. They completely lost their resistance and fled in all directions. Puff, puff. The 3 demonic experts each found a direction, and with a sweep of demonic aura, they killed a genius of the Academy who fell to the ground and turned into a pile of bones immediately. Aunt, where can you run to? Jean Tai came from the east, and with a grab of his demonic hand, the geniuses in front of him screamed miserably as they fell into his hands. With one bite, they turned into dried corpses. 5 or 6 geniuses of the Academy died one by one in the hands of the demonic experts, turning into bones. There is no need to run. You will soon become food for me, Jean Tai. Jean Tai licked his lips playfully, revealing his scarlet tongue. He unhurriedly followed behind. Stupid human. Such good resources are used on a pig like you. Don't kill me. I am a member of the royal family. I can give you a lot of cultivation resources as long as you let me live. Puff. A demonic hand grabbed out of the opponent's chest and blood dripped down. I am not satisfied. Jean Tai opened his mouth and ate the entire person. He shook his head in disappointment. The taste is not good. This aura. Suddenly, Jean Tai frowned and released his killing intent. You are the one who killed Tulai. I can smell your aura. Crack. A black streak of light appeared in a certain part of the void, and a large part of the void collapsed. Demons, it is indeed you. A black-robed man walked out of the void and looked at the person in front of him calmly. You killed Tulai. I will skin you alive and pull out your tendons. We demons are not people you can offend. Jean Tai sneered, especially when he saw the opponent's realm. He moved and appeared in front of the black-robed man. He grabbed his heart and dug out his lungs. His method was vicious. Isn't it too hard? Yes, a little bit. Jean Tai felt as if he had hit an iron plate. He was unable to move an inch, and he was unable to hurt the other party. You can't do it. It's my turn. The black-robed man grabbed. Jean Tai sneered. You think you can do it? A moment later, he felt a pain in his chest, and the smell of blood filled the air. He saw a hand piercing through his chest. You can't do it. Then a bean bun like fist smashed down, breaking him into pieces. Demons are really scary when it comes to close combat. Lin Fei waved his hand, and this demon genius was burned into nothingness. So that person is called Tu Lai. Seems like I have been targeted by them. Whoosh, as soon as Jean Tai died, 2 whistling sounds could be heard. Then, 2 demonic clouds descended and appeared not far from Lin Fei. You killed Jean Tai. When the 2 arrived, they felt that Jean Tai was no longer breathing. Their faces were filled with shock. Up until now, only Tu Lai had died, and now Jean Tai had died as well. How could they not be angry? I killed Jean Tai. That Tu Lai guy was also killed by me. Lin Fei laughed. Now, if any of you tell me what happened to you, I will leave you with an intact corpse. You are too arrogant. One of the demon geniuses was shrouded in demonic clouds. A saber light blasted toward him. Within the saber light, demonic chi rippled and all kinds of negative emotions surged out. Lin Fei struck out with his palm, and a tyrannical divine power tore apart the saber light and pierced through that demon genius. His tyrannical body was so weak in front of the power of 3,000 dragons. That demon genius was stunned. Lin Fei had already grabbed his neck, and he was now a prisoner. At this time, Lin Fei was no weaker than a demonic beast in human form. With his powerful divine power, he could sweep through everything. How can you be so strong? How can you tear apart our defense? The remaining demon was still in shock. Their demonic bodies could sweep through all directions in the 9 netherworlds, and no one had ever broken through their defense. But now, in just a breath, they had killed 2 of their comrades. Slap! Lin Fei swung his palm over, shattering all the teeth of this devil race genius. Tell me what you know. Kill me if you have the guts. None of us great demonic disciples are cowards. Lin Fei laughed. With a wave of his hand, a divine flame descended and burned one of the demon genius's arms. It's fine if you don't say anything. I'll burn it inch by inch. Let's see how long you can last. I believe you can't last. Kill me. The Crown Prince won't let you go. Crown Prince? Looks like this is your head. Lin Fei slapped that demon and did not continue the interrogation. Brat, you are so murderous. You even dare to kill a demon. River Crab's voice came. Chapter 875. After killing the 3 demon geniuses, Lin Fei had taken their treasures for himself. He couldn't let them go to waste. I wonder how many Academy geniuses they killed. From the 3 demon geniuses' storage rings, Lin Fei discovered many treasures. It was clear that they hadn't been in his possession for long, and all of them were ownerless. They were hunting down the Academy geniuses nearby. Could they be nearby? After Lin Fei thought about it, he felt that his judgment was reasonable. After searching for a while, he found some clues. Little boy Lin, there's no need to look anymore. Hu Mei's voice came from within the heaven and earth furnace. What's wrong? Lin Fei stopped, puzzled. He could quickly search for clues himself. If I'm not wrong, they should be in the southeast direction, less than a few million miles away. Hu Mei said, because there is an ancient tomb over there. At first we didn't care about it, but after looking around, we found this place very familiar. A god-beast's ancient tomb? Lin Fei seemed to have caught onto something. That's right, that god-beast is a fire Kirin. What, isn't that the Hoofing Phoenix? Lin Fei was surprised. Of course not. The Hoofing Phoenix is a legendary god-beast, a peak existence. How could its ancient tomb appear here? The crab monster interrupted. Boy, your mortal body is powerful, and you control a divine flame. This fire Kirin's tomb is perfect for you. Big Brother Crab, is there anything good in this fire Kirin's tomb? Lin Fei's eyes turned. If there isn't anything good, then I'm not going. You really are a money grubber. Hu Mei giggled. I might as well tell you. In the fire Kirin's tomb, the most valuable thing is the body left behind. If little brother Xiao Fei can refine it, His divine strength will definitely increase. This is a first-rate god beast, just half a step away from becoming a peak god beast. What? There's a body left behind? Lin Fei cried out in alarm. Big sister, who? How do you know? After his divine power reached 3,000 dragons, if he wanted to increase it further, his speed would start to slow down. This made Lin Fei very unhappy. After getting out of the 9 secluded secret area, Lin Fei was ready to take revenge. Every bit of improvement in his strength was worth it. Refining the body of a first-rate divine beast would definitely bring him endless benefits. Back then, this place wasn't a secret realm. Our ancestors naturally knew that. Later, the sovereign acted and suppressed the demonic beasts, sealing this place. That flame Qilin was born in ancient times, and its strength was monstrous. But in the end, it was still defeated by the sovereign. Later, an ancient tomb was built to store the flame Qilin's body. Lin Fei finally understood. This 9 secluded secret realm was created. No wonder they knew about the fire Qilin. Brat Lin, are you coming? Of course. Lin Fei transformed into a streak of light and charged forward, disappearing into the horizons, several million li away. This was a world of fire. A large number of plants grew and adapted to the environment. From time to time, flame spirits could be seen running around. A gigantic hand descended from the sky. The kingdom in the palm grabbed the flame spirit. A true body appeared above the sea of flames, suppressing the flames within a radius of it. Too little. It's far from enough for me. The person who came was dressed in black. He had a pair of sharp eyebrows and a cold aura. It's all Lin Fei's fault. How dare he snatch my treasure? If not, why would I spend so much effort to capture the flame spirit? The Iron Blood Marquis was full of resentment. When he came out from the barrier, Lin Fei had already disappeared without a trace. The Iron Blood Marquis could only watch helplessly. Iron Blood Marquis, don't mention it. I'm full of anger whenever I talk about that brat. I don't know where that brat went. I haven't seen him for a long time. Another figure emerged from the sea of fire. It was the quiet Gui Jianqiu. Besides the 2 of them, many other academy geniuses appeared. Although they seemed scattered, the truth was that they had formed a group. We are already within the range of the God Beast tomb. Everyone be careful. The demon race geniuses have already appeared and are trying to kill us all. Do not let them succeed. Everyone's pupils shrank as they heard this. It was clear they dreaded the demon race geniuses. Rumble, rumble, rumble. Everyone look. A treasure is flying out. Hurry and stop it. Several beams of light flew out from the sea of fire in front of them. 2 of these beams of light just happened to shoot towards them. So it turned out that this sea of fire didn't just have an ancient tomb. There were also other great emperors that had buried treasures in the sea of fire. Every so often, these treasures would automatically erupt. Dong, 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 flame giants emerged from the sea of fire below, each one 1,000 feet tall. Besides the flame giants, there were also flame demon giants in the lava. They waved their lava whips, bringing with them a blazing hot aura. Something's flying over. Above the sea of fire, a fireball flew out. Lin Fei just happened to pass by. He pierced through the fireball and saw that it was a mirror-like object that exuded an ancient aura. Brat Lin, hurry up and grab it. That's an ancient saint artifact, and that fireball, ancient saint artifact. Lin Fei's divinity, demon, hand grasped out, as if he were taking something from his pocket. The treasure is mine. Deep in the void, a 100,000-foot long black sword river appeared. It was vast and mighty, imposing and dignified, as if a mountain were pressing down. Sword mountains and sword energy manifested above the sword river. From this sword strike alone, one could tell that this person was a master of the sword. Walala, the 100,000-foot long black sword river washed over everything like a tide. Lin Fei had the divinity demon hand and a third revolution divinity demon body. In addition to stimulating his dragon race bloodline, his defensive power had risen yet again. The Black Sword River was only able to leave behind a white mark on the divinity demon hand. Explode for this daddy. The other divinity demon hand grew to 100,000 feet long and slammed onto the Sword River. 3,000 dragons' divine force swept across the Sword River, completely destroying it. The treasure in the fireball then landed in Lin Fei's hand. A scorching aura burned over. With a thought, it landed in the heaven and earth smelt, and the divine fire completely suppressed it. The two had only exchanged blows for a moment, but the outcome had already been decided. However, the danger involved was enough to make one's heart tremble. I was wondering who it was. So it's you, Holy Heaven Academy's Lin Fei. A huge black tortoise flew out from the void, and on its back stood a muscular man that was as heavy as a mountain. Lotus flowers bloomed around the tortoise, and the man had his hands behind his back. A proud son of the heavens had appeared in front of Lin Fei. This person was Luo Yijian, the one who had threatened Lin Fei previously. He was a genius of the Black Tortoise Academy and an expert in the sword Dao. He had suppressed the Iron Blood Marquis with a single sword strike. What, you're not willing? Lin Fei raised his brows. Luo Yijian said indifferently, I'm really not interested in crushing an ant like you to death. You're the invincible king of the Holy Heaven Academy. Go and kill yourself, so that I don't have to do it myself. Killing you would only dirty my hands. Chapter 876. Luo Yijian was Black Tortoise Institution's king bestowal genius, nicknamed One Sword Bloodbath. His battle prowess was astonishing, and he also cultivated Black Tortoise Institution's powerful defensive technique. He was quite famous in the institution. Although he was not as good as the geniuses of the older institutions, he was still very bright in this generation. At this moment, a kid from Divine Heaven Institution actually dared to speak such arrogant words, not taking him seriously, and even dared to slap him away. His guts were not ordinary. At least, no one dared to do so until now. Luo Yijian sneered. I originally planned to let you commit suicide to give your Divine Heaven Institution some face. But because of what you said just now, I have decided to crush your bones inch by inch. Behind him, the sky full of sword lotuses exploded one by one, tearing apart the void. Lin Fei raised his head and laughed again. You want to crush my bones? Your tone is not small, but because of what you said, I will return it to you. First, I will slap you. Then I will crush your bones inch by inch. Although they had met once before, this was the second time. This kid wanted to crush his bones, and even wanted him to commit suicide. His tone was too overbearing, making Lin Fei very unhappy. One sword into 1,000. Luo Yijian lightly snorted. Using his finger as a sword, the 90% sword intent turned into specks of light, surpassing the limit of speed, and instantly arrived in front of Lin Fei. Brat, you definitely don't know why I'm known as the one sword makes blood flow. That's because my swordplay has reached a limit, and I can't block a single sword. 2 sword strikes is enough to kill you. You can't block it. Your speed is very fast, but it is useless against me. 90% sword intent. Lin Fei really did not take it seriously. 10 times burst. Lin Fei did not waste time. This kind of person should be directly killed. King bestowal genius? They were all trash. The divine power of 30,000 dragons, the fist wind, and the 90% sword intent were incomparably overbearing. But it was still inferior and was crushed into pieces on the spot, no longer existing. 90% sword intent. What is this? The demonic god's hand crushed everything in its path. The divine power of 30,000 dragons was unstoppable, and the palm slapped Luo Yijian's body. Pa, pa, pa! The power of 30,000 dragons tore apart the immortal armor on his body, turning it into pieces. How could this be? This king cultivates the black tortoise divine body. It's impossible for it to be torn to shreds. Luo Yijin's body began to be torn to pieces, and he let out a cry of true despair. The power of 30,000 dragons could be said to be extremely domineering. No matter what kind of laws you had, once he got close to you, he would beat you to death. Just a moment ago, you were still so arrogant, and now you're still going to die in my hands. Slapping someone to death with one slap is really satisfying. Lin Fei's thoughts were clear. This feeling was too great. With a wave of his hand, Lin Fei collected everything on the ground. This sword is not bad, but it's not as good as ruling sword. Black Tortoise Divine Body? Black Tortoise Institute's #1 defensive technique? This fellow had a lot of treasures on him. Just the light Luo immortal stones alone numbered in the hundreds of thousands. He was truly rich and overbearing. Apart from that, he had also allowed Lin Fei to discover Black Tortoise Institute's divine physique cultivation technique. Lin Fei himself had the god demon body, so he was not really interested in this Black Tortoise divine body. Moreover, he only had the upper half, and the lower half was not with him. Brother Crab, Black Tortoise divine body physique cultivation technique. Do you want it? If he did not want it, others could. Lin Fei thought of the crab demon. Black Tortoise divine body? The strongest defensive divine body. I want this. The crab demon did not hold back. Who asked him to specialize in close combat, and defense was the most important. Naturally, he did not hold back and took it. At this time, Chaos City, in a huge palace, many institute representatives were gathered here, and almost all of them were immortal monarch elders. They gathered in groups of 3 to 5, and if they weren't talking about the institute's geniuses, they were talking about the secret realm. Elder Song, your Black Tortoise Institute is going to have a big harvest this time. An institute elder flattered. Your institute is also not bad. The king-rank geniuses have great opportunities and can obtain good things. Even though Elder Song said so, his face was still very proud. I heard that your institute's Luo Yijin is a genius in sword Dao. In a mere 500 years, his sword intent has reached 9 points, and he's just around the corner. Elder Song nodded. That Kitty Jian is a genius in sword Dao. 10 points is nothing. With his foundation, he can easily comprehend more than 10 points of sword intent, such as spatial storm and so on. It's not like someone who is trying to please the crowd. This time, Black Tortoise Institute had brought a few king-rank geniuses, and all of them were very powerful, far surpassing the geniuses of the same generation. In this 9 secluded secret realm, they would definitely have a great harvest. When mentioning someone, Elder Song's gaze drifted in a certain direction. Damn it, what the hell? Elder Fei Yang of Holy Heaven Institute had been in a bad mood since that day. Almost every day, people would come up to ask if their King Invincible was still around. Of course, these were subconscious words, but in reality, they wanted to know if their King Invincible was still alive. This was their goal. Fei Yang, your temper is not good enough. We cultivators need to have strong willpower. A few words are nothing. Elder Su Yi was very calm, unaffected by the outside world. Elder Fei Yang lowered his head. Elder is right. Junior brother has learned something. Su Yi did not continue speaking. He was like an old monk in meditation. No one knew what he was thinking. Compared to Elder Fei Yang, the two of them were not on the same level. Elder Song, who was enjoying the compliments of the Institute's representative, suddenly had a change in his expression. Although it was just a flash, many people still felt that something was wrong. Elder Song couldn't care less about the others. He turned around and walked out. What happened? Many people were surprised. Something that could cause a Black Tortoise Institute elder to change his expression. It was definitely not something good. That Kitty Jin is dead. In the void, Elder Song took out a crystal ball. At this time, the crystal ball was already broken, and his expression became even uglier. Who killed that kid Ijian? Could it be a king invincible, or a disciple of the devil race? Ijian has 90% sword intent, and his sword can see blood. Plus, he cultivated the black tortoise celestial physique, so his defense is not a problem. Elder Song almost collapsed. Just a moment ago, he was still praising the king invincible Luo Yijian. But in the blink of an eye, the heavens played a big joke on him. The king invincible Luo Yijian was dead. Any institute would have their own methods to investigate the situation. The Black Tortoise Institute's disciples had left a trace of their primordial spirit. Once their primordial spirit died, the crystal ball would explode. In the great hall, Su Yi, who had been resting with his eyes closed, suddenly revealed a smile. Luo Yijian is dead? This is not bad news. I wonder if it was that kid who did it. According to that kid's character, the chances of him killing Luo Yijian aren't high. Yawn, above the sea of fire. Lin Fei let out a yawn, wondering who was the one nagging at him. Brat Lin, someone is following us. The crab monster said in a low voice. Lin Fei's heart skipped a beat, but he remained calm and collected. His divine sense searched the area, but there was no result. There shouldn't be anyone following us, right? There's definitely someone following us. What a powerful concealment method. If they didn't expose their aura, I wouldn't have discovered them. The crab monster was very sure it's not someone from your institute, but someone from the demon race. They have a nasty demonic aura on them. Lin Fei squinted his eyes. They're here again so soon. A bunch of reckless fellows. Lin Fei didn't doubt the crab monster's words. Could it be that killing Tu Lai attracted people here? Lin Fei thought to himself. It seemed that it was because of this matter that he had attracted so much attention. Get out here. Lin Fei didn't like having someone following him. 3,000 dragon force surged out. Fist winds howled, turning into a storm that swept in all directions. A radius of hundreds of thousands of miles was torn apart. Large amounts of flames were torn into pieces. Don't you like to follow? I'll let you be my tail. The violent fist winds howled in all directions. They didn't believe they could withstand it. The fist winds that Lin Fei used were omnidirectional. No one could withstand it. They had to show themselves. Once they showed themselves, they would immediately suppress them. They're gone. The demon race is good. The crab monster used his divine sense to say, they're gone. Lin Fei was secretly afraid. Even he couldn't sense when they left. The demon race couldn't be underestimated. A mysterious power just sent them away from this area. However, your attack probably didn't feel good. You can go to the ancient tomb now. Lin Fei withdrew his gaze. Count yourselves lucky. Tens of millions of miles away, several people fell out of the void, vomiting blood. Their bodies were covered in wounds. This human boy is so terrifying. The power of his fist winds almost tore us apart. We've been following him, but he didn't notice us. How did he find us? As soon as they came out, they quickly killed the surrounding beasts, plundering their blood essence and healing their wounds. All of them had solemn expressions. White bones, what do we do now? A trace of blood could be seen at the corner of the emaciated man's mouth, and his bright eyes were filled with a cold light. This person's strength is shocking. Originally, I was planning to follow him and kill him when he's unprepared, then seize the treasures in his possession. However, it seems like this plan won't work. Let's go meet up with the Crown Prince. Only the Crown Prince can resist Lin Fei. This group was naturally the demon race's white bones that had chased after Lin Fei. They had entered the land of chaos, but the deviation was too great. By the time they reacted, this human boy Lin Fei's battle prowess had increased rapidly, making them hesitate to use their treasures to follow him. In the end, all their efforts were in vain, and they almost lost their lives. Right? The Crown Prince can definitely suppress this Lin Fei. This person's divine strength is too frightening. We can't let him grow. Chapter 877. In the depths of the Sea of Fire, there were towering mountains. Flame giants and flame demon giants were everywhere. They formed groups of 3 to 5 and covered half the sky with billowing energy waves. These flame giants and flame demon giants were born from the Sea of Fire. They contain the violent nature of fire. Once they saw outsiders, they would attack and kill them without a care. Pum pum pum! In the crowd of flame giants, a black-clothed man rushed out. With a wave of his hand, he punched the flame giants, causing sparks to fly. This black-clothed man was Lin Fei. After chasing away the demon disciples, he killed his way over. None of the flame giants in the Sea of Fire could withstand a single blow. They were all killed by his fists. With a trace of spirituality, the flame giants are already so powerful. The ancient flame Chilenback then must have been extremely powerful. Lin Fei rushed into the midst of the flame giants. With a punch, he crushed the flame giants. He was extremely shocked. There's something. After killing the flame giants, the starlight appeared and flew away. Lin Fei reacted quickly. He stretched out his hand and grabbed. The starlight landed on his hand, emitting a fiery and violent aura. He could vaguely see a small figure. Kid Lin, your luck is not bad. This is the flame spirit. Flame spirit? What's the use? Lin Fei looked it up and down and couldn't see any use. This is the flame spirit formed from the blood of the dead fire Chilen. After collecting the flame spirit and refining it, you can form the fire god body. The river crab demon said, the fire god body can attract the fire of the 9 heavens. It is a very overbearing body. Kid, you are lucky. The flame spirit creates the fire god body? This is good stuff. Lin Fei rubbed his chin and thought, I don't need the fire god body, but my descendants do. There is no harm in collecting it. However, the flame spirit is not easy to find. They hide in the flame giants and flame demon giants. The drop rate is very low, the river crab demon reminded. Low drop rate? I just need to sweep over them. Lin Fei's heart stirred, and he immediately thought of an idea. The judgment staff appeared in his hand. Divine power was poured into it. Infinite divine power burst out, raising a gale and dark clouds. Hua hua hua, hua 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 hua. Large swathes of flame giants and flame demon giants were swept into the storm, pushing away everything in its path. Flame spirits kept exploding out and falling into Lin Fan's control. This time, the creatures on the Sea of Fire started to be unlucky. Ha ha ha, another flame spirit. Near a tall mountain, a disciple of the academy revealed an excited expression as he held a flame spirit in his hand. I can't snatch the treasures, but if I can collect enough fire spirits, I can cultivate the power of fire. This academy disciple was plotting for him. Just as they were about to leave, a loud roar came from the horizon. The faces of the students sank and their eyes widened as they saw a terrifying scene. Hundreds of thousands of li away, the large number of flame giants seemed to be stimulated by something. They turned into large dark clouds that covered the sky and headed in a certain direction. Anyone who saw this would be shocked and suck in a breath of cold air. What happened? How could they not be shocked when they saw the flame giants and other creatures that looked like an ocean? These creatures were only at the Golden Immortal Realm and had decent defense. Coupled with the fact that they were in groups, even law masters had to take them seriously. At this moment, there were no less than hundreds of thousands of flame creatures. Any expert would feel their scalp tingle if they saw it. Moreover, the hundreds of thousands of flame creatures were not limited to this. There was a trend of more than 1 million flame creatures. Roar! On the horizon, a behemoth flew out. It was a flame creature that looked like a mountain. Those who didn't know would be killed in the blink of an eye if they encountered it. That's a fire tyrant. Damn it, why did it come out? On a 30,000-meter tall mountain, a few people were resting. The appearance of a gigantic creature immediately shocked them. Rumor has it that the fire tyrant is the manifestation of the fire Chilent's will. It doesn't move all year round and rarely shows itself. These academy disciples were knowledgeable. To be able to come to the level 5 region, they all had some understanding. They were different from ordinary academy disciples who wandered around blindly. Let's go up and take a look. The academy disciples were skilled and daring. They smelled the aura of opportunity. Just as one fire tyrant appeared, another one came with a red storm. A large number of flame giants were swept into it. The storm grew larger and larger, with the momentum of sweeping across the land. Not good. This is a flame storm, the most terrifying existence. Many of the Academy's disciples were alarmed. The sea of flames was originally calm. Although there was danger, it was not as sensational as now. In the depths of the sea of flames, there was a huge volcano crater. Waves of Academy disciples gathered together, activating the power of law to resist the majestic pressure of the volcano crater. Holy Heaven Academy, Thunder Academy, Black Tortoise Academy, and Glory Academy, the disciples of the 4 top academies, appeared here together. Their target was the mouth of the volcano, where they could vaguely see a towering mountain. The mountain was covered in ancient runes, forming a supreme kingdom. The runes danced in the air, and fire Chilents swam up and down, giving off a peaceful and tranquil aura. This mountain was formed by the fire Chilent. With the blessing of the ancient runes, it was unbreakable. The divine beast fire Chilent was not a grand burial. It was nothing more than a casual arrangement of the great emperor. Even so, it still gave people endless pressure, and they could not break it for a while. Apart from the fire Chilent's pressure, another group of people were also eyeing them covetously, and their pressure was no less than the fire Chilent's. Demon race disciples. They also occupied a side outside the volcano crater. For a fire Chilent, there were 5 factions. As for the surroundings, there were mountains of corpses. Sister, the situation doesn't look good. In one of the factions, a young girl said in a low voice, "Look around here." As expected, with the girl's reminder, they noticed that there was a tremor below, and the situation had never happened before. Boom! Boom! On the fiery ground, a pillar of fire shot up into the sky. The majestic aura transformed into a huge scarlet fire Chilent, and it turned into 18 torrents, disappearing into the dust. This situation greatly surprised everyone present. The 18 torrents contained the undying will of the fire Chilent. Why did they all appear and kill outside? Quickly break the formation. The 18 torrents are gone, and the formation is much weaker. It's the time to break the formation. Immediately, someone cried out in alarm, sensing the changes. The fire Chilent was a first-rate divine beast. No matter which part of its divine body, it was a priceless, supreme treasure. Obtaining one of them would bring endless benefits. Chapter 878. Outside the Sea of Fire, an endless horde of flame giants and other creatures charged over in a grandiose manner. Everywhere they passed, it was empty. No one dared to stay there unless they wanted to die. More than 1 million creatures swept through the academy. If the academy disciples hesitated for a moment, they would leave behind a pile of bones. Many academy disciples died in this riot. It was not a big problem to deal with 7 or 8 flame giants. In the face of the endless existence, they were drowned on the spot and died. Of course, some unlucky ones encountered terrifying existences and were swallowed in one gulp. What was spat out was a pile of bones, left on the sand in the sky, and gradually became one of them. The academy disciples who were hunting the flame giants, and even those who tried to try their luck, ran as far as possible. They were afraid that they would be besieged and would definitely be in trouble. Everyone, do you know what's going on? Who knows? Our academy's elder said that this place has always been very peaceful. There has never been such a situation. Just now, 2 Zenith Heaven Golden Immortals were swallowed up because they were slow. The Academy disciples who were far away whispered to each other. No matter how hard they thought, they could not figure out what was going on. At this time, a black storm appeared in the sky. The black storm was not big, only 1,000 feet in size. In the face of the endless flame creatures, it was really nothing. What is that? The people who were still in shock saw the appearance of the storm. That storm was like a lonely boat in the vast ocean. It could be swallowed up at any time. There was no need to doubt this. It was too weak, but it was precisely this weak existence that made them shudder with fear and trepidation. The black storm was like a bottomless pit, sucking in the flame creatures and constantly swallowing them, leaving flame spirits flying up and down, unable to break out of the seal. Flame spirits. Those people spread out their divine senses and constantly checked the situation. They all revealed a look of joy. There were a large number of flame spirits in the storm. This news was no less than a big pie falling from the sky and smashing on their heads. They could even encounter such a good thing? What is that storm made of? Everyone saw the terrifying power of the black storm. Any flame creature that entered it was instantly torn to pieces. This kind of tearing power shocked them. They knew that they couldn't do it themselves, much less compare to it. After being surrounded by a large number of flame creatures, they finally understood that the culprit behind all of this was the black storm. What was the black storm? No matter who it was, they all had the urge to expose the true face of the black storm. If they could snatch the black storm's flame spirit, that would be perfect. However, they did not dare to act rashly. There were over 1 million flame creatures, and if they charged forward, they would be torn to shreds. Let's wait and see. While watching, the Academy's disciples rubbed their palms together. Once there was a chance, they would immediately suppress the black storm. Of course, the prerequisite was that there weren't any flaming creatures. Otherwise, they would just be courting death. The black storm continued to devour and kill the flaming creatures, tirelessly pushing forward and expanding its area. The originally weakened black storm continued to expand, spitting out more flaming creatures. The number of flaming creatures covering the sky decreased. This is fist wind. As the black storm approached, they finally realized what kind of power it was. This was a black storm created by the fist wind. All of them were dumbfounded. How could this be possible? No matter how strong a person was, it was too shocking to create a storm. None of them could do it. Previously, they had mistakenly thought that it was a treasure. When they heard that it was created by the fist wind, they were unhappy. There's someone inside. As the storm continued to approach, their divine senses could vaguely see that there was someone inside, constantly punching and killing a large number of flaming creatures. Who is he? How can he have such power? The spectators in the distance started to feel fearful. Which Academy had such a genius disciple? Just the fist wind could tear the flaming creatures apart. What were the Academy's geniuses? This was too much of a blow. Those who were preparing to attack felt as if they had been hit in the head with a stick. Their hearts turned cold. How could they snatch such a person inside? Wasn't this a trap? Fire Tyrant is here! After the flaming creatures died, a huge figure came from afar, crashing over purely out of instinct. A large area of the void was burned and astral winds howled. Bang, 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 those flaming creatures were smashed into pieces and turned into balls of flames. The black storm didn't retreat. It charged straight ahead, not giving way at all. Who knew how many flaming creatures died in it? One black, one red. The two quickly clashed together, and the strong wind swept everything. The spectators outside all took out their treasures to block the strong wind. They could still feel the terrifying aura produced by the battle between the two. Roar! The fire tyrant was formed from pure will. It was undying and indestructible, but it let out a shocking roar. The black storm engulfed it, and the spectators couldn't calm down for a long time. Collect! The dancing flame spirits all landed in Lin Fei's storage ring. With his powerful divine power, nothing could stop him. Even if they were formed from will, they were all killed by his chaotic punches. Millions of flaming creatures faced Lin Fei's explosive attack. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Lin Fei was even faster, and he directly pushed towards end. A flame storm appeared in front of him. The two quickly clashed, and the black storm tore the flame storm apart. The storm that was said to burn everything collapsed. Boom, 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 in the depths of the sea of fire. All kinds of energy waves landed on a mountain of ancient runes. On the mountain, the ancient runes danced, resisting everyone's power. Ripples appeared, but even so, the color of the ancient runes started to fade, and they lost power. Soon the ancient runes would shatter. Crack, crack, crack. Under the crazy attacks, the ancient runes shattered one by one, and their defenses weakened. Without the protection of the ancient runes, the fire Qilin's body would completely reappear. The restriction is about to be broken. Everyone, suppress the demon geniuses together. How can we let the demons participate in the things of the 4 academies? We must suppress them. The geniuses of the 4 academies communicated with their divine senses. They temporarily joined forces to kill the demon disciples. They hadn't attacked before because they needed their power. The ancient runes would be broken, and the fire Qilin would reappear. The demon disciples wouldn't need to exist anymore. Kill. The 4 academies joined forces and changed the direction of their attacks, attacking the demon disciples. I already expected that you humans would be despicable and take advantage of this opportunity to attack. A black-cloaked young man wasn't surprised at all. Instead, he smiled and said, "You want to use us demons, but we also want to use you. Open the sky demon formation." Boom, 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 that evil-looking young man shot out a series of runes that were incomparably profound. 18 demonic pillars soared into the sky, each of them tens of thousands of zhang tall, suppressing the void, locking down a huge stretch of space. There were thousands upon thousands of eyes on the demonic pillar, all of them different in appearance, all of them spinning and glowing with an evil light. The 18 demonic pillars released evil light at the same time, covering the sky above the area. I want revenge. I want to kill you. A disciple slapped the disciple next to him, and the treasure in his hand shot out, killing the defenseless disciple. In the blink of an eye, he pounced on another person. Junior brother, senior brother, what's wrong? The disciples of the 4 academies had attacked together, but with the appearance of the formation, there was internal strife. They were caught off guard. This is the Sky Demon Bloodthirst Formation, one of the 10 famous formations of the demon race. The more knowledgeable people exclaimed when they saw the formation. Everyone's expressions changed, and they took out their treasures to block the evil light. As disciples of the 4 top academies, they had some understanding of the situation of the demon race. They immediately recognized the formation. The Sky Demon Bloodthirst Formation was the last formation of the 10 famous formations. It was extremely vicious, requiring the eyes of all experts to be embedded into the formation. There were a total of 18 pillars with the eyes of 100,000 experts embedded in them. Each eye could unleash the power of 100,000 experts. It could be said that it was made from the eyes of 100,000 experts. It was extremely vicious. You guessed it. This is the Sky Demon Bloodthirst Formation. The nefarious youth walked forward. However, this array formation is only embedded with 50,000 golden immortal experts' eyeballs. It can suppress experts below 50% of the nomological realm. You can easily die within it. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I am a disciple of the Skyfiend Arch. My name is Bloodthirsty Crown Prince. I like people to call me Crown Prince. You are the Bloodthirsty Crown Prince. A Black Tortoise Institute's king-ranked genius expression darkened. The Sky Demon Emperor was one of the 10 great emperors of the demon race. He had countless disciples, and the bloodthirsty Crown Prince was one of them. This person was ruthless and killed without batting an eye. His methods were extremely vicious. The Sky Demon Bloodthirst Formation was the bloodthirsty Crown Prince's famous treasure. Once the formation was used, it could suppress their spirit, chi, and spirit, causing them to be distracted and their combat strength to decrease. You have some knowledge. Today, I will suppress all of you in one fell swoop. My Sky Demon Bloodthirst Formation will be stronger. The bloodthirsty Crown Prince waved his hand, and the Sky Demon Bloodthirst Formation activated. One after another, golden immortal experts came out of the demonic pillars. Their evil aura covered the sky and earth, causing them to feel uneasy. It was a mental attack. The geniuses of the human race are all here. The feast begins. Let's celebrate. Demonic chi danced in the Sky Demon Bloodthirst Formation, locking the sky and shaking the earth, cutting off all escape routes. Whoosh! A Black Tortoise Institute disciple had a large hole in his chest. His expression was stiff, and then he started to turn. Junior brother, I'm so pitiful. Come and save me, ha 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 ha. Chapter 879. The Bloodthirsty Prince activated the demonic bloodthirsty array. Demonic energy filled the sky, suppressing the geniuses of the 4 academies. The demonic pillars, strengthened by 50,000 golden immortals and refined by the demons, were extremely vicious and evil. The moment the array was activated, the students fell for it. Originally, the 4 academies wanted to use the geniuses of the demons to destroy the ancient runes and take the Fire Chelan's body. Who would have thought that when they joined forces, the geniuses of the demon race were also dealing with them, setting up a formation that they couldn't detect, putting them at a disadvantage. Everyone, let's break the formation together. We can't let the demons succeed. The demonic bloodthirsty array is powerful. We're all geniuses of the academies. We can definitely break it. We can't let the Fire Chelan's body fall into their hands. Everyone present was a king-ranked genius and a genius of the academies. They didn't believe that they couldn't break the demonic bloodthirsty array. The king-ranked geniuses fought to attack. Beams of light collided with the array. Each beam was extremely powerful and could crush all geniuses. The demonic bloodthirsty array wasn't just for show. Even if it was only half as powerful as the original, its power couldn't be underestimated. All sorts of negative emotions gathered and resisted the attacks they released. Hee, you don't need to waste your energy. This array can easily suppress you. The bloodthirsty prince grinned. Not to mention you. Even a 50-point nomological expert can forget about breaking this array. In order to set up the array, the bloodthirsty prince had really put in a lot of effort and finally managed to suppress them. Clear out all the students in the surroundings, the bloodthirsty prince ordered. The demonic disciples behind him pounced at the geniuses with demonic energy. His powerful fleshly body and extreme speed were simply a nightmare. The advantages of the Academy's disciples instantly disappeared. If they weren't sucked dry, they would die. The bloodthirsty prince still hadn't made a move. The disciples of the 4 top academies are only SOO. In this prince's hands, you're destined to be dim. The bloodthirsty prince smiled. Suppress them and take the Fire Chelan. This will always be a heavy blow to them. Within the array, a disciple's eyes flew out. His dying resentment was monstrous and embedded into the demonic pillar. Its power unknowingly increased. Damn it, this formation is flawless. I can't find any flaws at all. A red-haired youth from the Splendor Academy wielded an ancient halberd. His halberd arts were unparalleled, but he was still unable to break through the 18 demonic pillars. At the same time, he had to resist the invasion of the negative emotions. Multitasking was extremely tiring. Fongo, your formation master. Find the core of the formation and break it Fang Ge, Thunder Academy's king-rank genius, was a formation grandmaster and specialized in deciphering formations. The great emperor had given him the title of Formation King, which showed that his talent was not bad at all. Among the 4 academies, Fang Ge was the only one who was good at breaking arrays. After all, breaking an array required calculation ability, which was not something that an ordinary person could achieve. In the heavenly realm, anyone who was above the rank of Formation Grandmaster needed to have talent. To be able to become a Formation Master or above, all of them were extraordinary. After a round of attacks from the Academy's geniuses failed to break the formation, they realized how extraordinary the formation was. If they continued to break the formation, they would not be able to break it. They had to find someone who was familiar with the method to have a chance to break the formation. This formation was created by imitating the demonic, bloodthirsty formation. It was embedded with the eyeballs of 50,000 golden immortal experts. In addition, it was refined by an almighty expert. All the flaws were perfectly repaired. It is extremely difficult to break it. Fang Ge was a white-clothed youth. At this moment, his expression was solemn. You might as well just say that we can't break the formation. A genius disciple from the Splendor Academy coldly snorted. He was quite angry. Fang Ji's temper was not bad. This formation can be broken, but we need to coordinate from the inside and outside. Pointing at the 18 demonic pillars, he said, if someone can attack the demonic pillars from the outside, with my help, we might be able to break out of the formation. This is our only chance. Otherwise, the demonic bloodthirsty formation will completely refine us. Bang! Another Academy disciple was unable to withstand the mental attack of the demonic bloodthirsty formation and was completely seized. Humph! Outsiders help us break the formation. Who do you think has the power to shake the 18 demonic pillars? The person from the Splendor Academy coldly snorted again. The crowd instantly fell silent. The 18 demonic pillars were made of special materials. Even they might not be able to break it apart, let alone an outsider helping them. Qianjin, can you stop talking? A king-rank genius from the Splendor Academy said to that person. Qianjin shrugged his shoulders. Isn't it obvious? If we had known, we would have killed the demons when they appeared. The crowd fell silent once again. The disciples of the 4 top academies were arrogant and insufferably arrogant. Moreover, they were using each other. Who would have expected the demons to have such means and catch them off guard? Hua, hua, hua. At this moment, the demonic bloodthirsty formation changed again. The sky was filled with demonic soldiers and generals. They covered the sky and covered the earth, and they even carried a mental attack. Do you think the demonic soldiers can deal with us? A genius from Thunder Academy took out a treasure. Lightning radiance surged, boundless and boundless, landing on the demonic weapons, completely shattering them. As soon as they were shattered, the demonic soldiers came back to life. Their strength seemed to be much stronger than before. Damn it, they're here again. I'll kill them. The geniuses from the Thunder Academy continued to kill the demonic soldiers. However, they were like chives. After killing a batch, another batch would appear. It was impossible to kill them all. You can't kill these demonic soldiers and generals. They absorb negative emotions. As long as you have anger and killing intent in your hearts, the demonic soldiers and generals will be endless. Enjoy this delicious meal. The bloodthirsty crown prince turned his eyes and looked at the tall mountain of the ancient runes. This was one of their main targets. Voila! At this moment, the void broke and several figures fell out. Crown Prince! The bloodthirsty crown prince turned his eyes. White Bones, why are you injured? Did you kill our people? White Bones lowered his head and didn't dare to look at the bloodthirsty crown prince. Crown Prince, we failed. Trash! You can't even kill one person. You're a disgrace to the demons. How dare you come back? The bloodthirsty crown prince's good mood was swept away. When Shan and the others are dead, that human is very strong. When Shan and the others were accidentally killed by that kid. White Bones was uneasy. Originally, I was planning to follow that person and kill him when he was unprepared. However, I don't know why, but he saw through me. So, you came back with your tails between your legs. The bloodthirsty crown prince snorted. White Bones said, that person has divine power. His defense is unparalleled. We're not his match. Chapter 880. Not good. That person is another genius of the demon race, White Bones Sky Demon. He cultivates a peerless divine ability, Pink Skeleton. He also has a powerful, sacred grade treasure, White Bone Mountain, that can suppress all physical bodies and turn them into white bones. This is troublesome. When the White Bone Sky Demon appeared, a genius from the Black Tortoise Institution quickly said to everyone, "Everyone, attack the demonic pillars together. We must not let them break the ancient runes. Once they obtain the Fire Cheelan's corpse, we will be doomed." The geniuses from the 4 institutions panicked. All sorts of treasures appeared and attacked the 18 demonic pillars without any regard for their lives. However, the demonic bloodthirst array was refined by 50,000 golden immortals. White Bone Mountain, Sacred Strike. The White Bone Sky Demon took a step forward and a huge White Bone Mountain flew out from behind him. It was hundreds of thousands of zhang wide. Vengeful souls shrouded the White Bone Mountain, and white bones piled up like a mountain. He! The White Bone Mountain turned into a huge face. It was the White Bone Sky Demon. When it opened its mouth, white bones covered the sky. The ancient runes in the towering mountains were attacked by the white bones. Their color faded continuously. Sacred Demon Heaven Fist. The bloodthirsty crown prince's demonic aura surged into the sky. Everything within 10,000 li behind him was demonized. His entire body was covered in demonic aura and his veins bulged. He launched an attack against the ancient runes. One after another, the ancient runes shattered under the all-out attack. They flickered with silver light and drifted away with the wind. Bratlin, I smell the aura of the Fire Cheelan. Under the black storm, Lin Fei swept through and harvested a few hundred flame spirits. The drop rate was too low. A few hundred flame spirits was a huge fortune. Apart from people like Lin Fei, no one else could get their hands on them. The drop rate is really low. Lin Fei muttered to himself. The crab demon transmitted his divine sense. It really is. After stopping, Lin Fei used his divine sense to check. The aura of the Fire Cheelan appeared. Although it was not obvious, he could still see it clearly. The Fire Cheelan is about to appear. After a moment of hesitation, Lin Fei immediately realized that someone had opened the treasury. What are you waiting for? Hurry up and go. If you miss this opportunity, there won't be another one. You only have one chance. Boom, boom, boom. Lin Fei didn't waste any more time. With ruling sword in hand, he unleashed a 60x burst of power, sweeping through all the fiery creatures. He then put away the flame spirit and activated the holy dragon step, disappearing from where he was. Pum, pum, pum! The flame giants that tried to stop him were smashed into pieces by Lin Fei's body. Demonic Qi. There's a huge expanse of demonic Qi ahead. Using the sacred dragon steps, Lin Fei's speed surpassed the limit, leading everyone else. Soon he arrived at the end of the path, where the boundless demonic Qi gathered. Genius of the Academy? A bunch of trash. In the demonic Qi nation, more than a dozen demon venerables were killing the Academy's disciples. The head of the Elysium Academy disciple was smashed by a demon disciple with a single punch. The demon disciple grabbed the primordial spirit and ate it. Subsequently, the demon disciple pounced towards another genius of the Academy. Massacre. A one-sided massacre. Bratlin, That towering mountain is the fire Qilin. Although the crab demon couldn't come out, he could see everything outside. Someone is attacking the ancient runes. Once the ancient runes are destroyed, the fire Qilin will become a fish on the chopping board for others to plunder. You must seize the opportunity. Lin Fei looked over. In the demonic Qi nation, he could vaguely see a huge mountain. On the mountain, the ancient runes danced, resisting the attacks. It was dazzling. However, when he looked carefully, the color of the ancient runes was fading, and there were ancient runes falling from the sky. The fire Qilin is huge. Who? Lin Fei took a deep breath. Therefore, this is your chance. An adult fire Qilin can reach the size of 1,000,000 zhang. It's not difficult for it to kill a supreme immortal emperor. The divine beast you saw just reached adulthood, and its body is about 300,000 zhang. Right now, what you see is just the body of the ancient runes. Once it's unsealed, it will be extremely terrifying. You must be careful. Hiss, 300,000 zhang? Lin Fei sucked in a cold breath. A 10,000 zhang demonic beast was already extremely powerful, not to mention a 300,000 zhang demonic beast. Lin Fei seemed to understand why the great emperors wanted to kill the divine beast fire Qilin. If it was allowed to grow, it would become another powerful existence that could deter immortal emperors. Great! Those great emperors left the fire Qilin's body, which is perfect for me. Lin Fei licked his lips. After I refine the 300,000 zhang long body, maybe I can really take revenge. Lin Fei used the sacred dragon step and dashed toward the mountain to snatch the fire Qilin's body. He, another genius who is not afraid of death, has come. As soon as he entered the demonic Qi nation, a black figure leaped at him with a sky demon saber in hand. A demon river attacked him, and tens of thousands of people struggled in the river. With the sword of judgment in hand, Lin Fei used an ancient sword art and shattered the demon river. As for the souls in the river, he released them, freed them, and gave them a chance to reincarnate. Whoosh! Another slash, and the demon genius was cut in half. At this moment, anyone who stood in his way would die. More is dead. As soon as the demon disciple died, the demon disciples who slaughtered the geniuses sensed it and looked over at Lin Fei. Kill him. Eat him. Moore's death can't be in vain. The 3 disciples of the demon race were ferocious and vicious, and they fought to be the first to charge forward, directly turning into 3 streaks of black light. The speed of the disciples of the demon race had reached the limit. Coupled with their strong physical bodies and superb offensive power, coupled with enhancement of the demonic Qi kingdom, killing people was clearly as easy as drinking water. Suppress. As soon as the gravitational field appeared, it suppressed them. Crack, crack. The magnetic field refined by the first essence heavy water spread out in all directions with Lin Fei as the center. Instantly they were suppressed. Their flesh exploded and blood flowed out. The ordinary gravity didn't affect them much. The demon disciples were used to gravity. Unfortunately, they encountered the gravitational field refined by the first essence heavy water, which was extraordinary. Moreover, it was 70% of the first essence heavy water, which was no less than a mountain. It exceeded their limit and suppressed them on the spot. We are demons. How can we be suppressed? They struggled, roared, and activated the power of laws. Unfortunately, the first essence heavy water suppressed them and disrupted their power of laws. The gravitational field is really useful. With the sword of judgment in hand, Lin Fei raised his sword and slashed down. Heads flew up, and the 3 demons were killed on the spot. None of them survived. King Invincible Lin Fei of the Holy Heaven Academy is here. The demon disciples who were in the middle of the massacre couldn't help but exclaim in surprise and excitement when they saw the dead demon disciples. Lin Fei ignored them and flew straight inside. The gravitational field opened up a path and crushed everything in its way. Why are they here? 18 demonic eye pillars appeared out of nowhere in the air. The sinister light intertwined and suppressed the vast space. Lin Fei naturally saw the geniuses of the academies. For example, those from the Holy Heaven Academy. They were in a sorry state and suffered heavy injuries. As for the others, their fates were almost the same. In the next second, the towering mountain entered Lin Fei's vision. On the towering mountain, most of the primordial runes were gone, and the remaining ones were resisting bitterly. It wouldn't be long before they completely shattered and lost their sealing effect. The fire Qilin's corpse would be truly unsealed. Lin Fei's appearance was immediately noticed by the geniuses inside. Lin Fei attacked the demonic eye pillars. The genius of the Holy Heaven Academy, Gao Dezhuang, roared at Lin Fei. Attack the demonic eye pillars. When we return to the academy, we'll protect you and guarantee that you can do whatever you want. When the geniuses of the Holy Heaven Academy saw Lin Fei, they immediately requested Lin Fei to attack the demonic eye pillars. In their memories, junior brother Lin Fei's attack power wasn't bad. Unfortunately, they forgot what kind of person Lin Fei was. He wasn't someone that could be persuaded with just a few words. Protect me? What a joke. Why should I listen to you guys? Lin Fei laughed. Aren't you guys very powerful? Come out yourself if you have the ability. Do you really think that I'm a 3-year-old kid? This is such a good opportunity. I'm going to release you guys. Even if I have the ability, this isn't the time. When the Holy Heaven Academy discovered Lin Fei, the people from the other academies also saw Lin Fei. Holy Heaven Academy's first emperor conferred in a few hundred years, and he was even an invincible king. When they saw this person appearing here, they were naturally shocked. They were clearer than anyone about the dangers of the Class 5 region. But now, that Lin Fei of the Holy Heaven Academy appeared before them and seemed to be very relaxed. How is this possible? They were well aware of the strength of the demon disciples outside. Even if they encountered them, they would have to treat them seriously. How did he manage to do it? Lin Fei's appearance had indeed caused them to be dumbfounded and filled with doubts. Human brat, you still dare to come after killing Winshan and the rest? With a rumble, a huge white bone mountain descended from the sky and smashed onto Lin Fei. The white bone heavenly demon charged out from the void. It was him who summoned the white bone mountain and suppressed Lin Fei on the spot. Human brat, I'll suppress you. The white bone mountain expanded to a size of 10,000 zhang and suppressed Lin Fei within. Thereafter, the white bone heavenly demon turned around and entered the white bone mountain, intending to torture Lin Fei to death. This brat Lin Fei killed a demon genius? Did I hear it wrong? He can also kill a demon genius. Even the white bone heavenly demon personally made a move. Could it be that Holy Heaven Academy's Lin Fei is really that capable? The white bone heavenly demon's attack and its words had indeed provoked them. For a moment, they couldn't accept it. Is a brat who hasn't even reached the golden immortal stage really so strong? Now that Lin Fei is being suppressed by the white bone heavenly demon, even a treasure like the white bone pagoda has been used. Looks like he's in trouble. Inside the white bone mountain. The white bone mountain was piled high. Tens of thousands of bones were suppressing Lin Fei. Human brat, let's see where you can run to this time. Chapter 881. This was one of the white bone heavenly demon's trump cards. The white bone heavenly demon, who was originally breaking the formation, chose to kill this human genius after seeing the other party, subconsciously exerting great pressure on him. Back in the land of chaos, he had tried to kill the other party, but he had missed a great opportunity, allowing the other party's strength to advance by leaps and bounds. It's too embarrassing for you to have a devil prodigy assassinate him from the shadows. The moment the pink skull ability was executed, a red mist filled with the aura of death swept over. Before it arrived, the terrifying aura caused everyone's heart to sink. This ability was very dangerous. Once the physical body came into contact with it, it would definitely turn into a pile of bones. Holy heaven, Academy's brat. Aren't you relying on your powerful physical body? Let's see if you can block my pink skull ability. The white bone heavenly demon's ability was, in fact, an offensive technique that contained the law of death. It was a 4-part law of fearsome ability. Relying on this divine ability, no matter how strong one's body was, they would be completely reduced to bones under this divine ability. Even if it was a disciple of the demon race, in the face of this divine ability, they would also be extremely fearful. The power of this ability is not small. Cultivating the law of death to an extremely high degree, it should be a 4-part law. Ordinary people would really die upon seeing this ability. With a single glance, Lin Fei saw through all the methods of this ability. So you're the one following me. From those words, Lin Fei realized that this person was the one who had been following him. What a sinister person. If he was the slightest bit careless, he would immediately suffer a sneak attack. Sacred Dragon Step. The Sacred Dragon Step was filled with endless profundities. After continuously executing it, he could feel its profundity. He dodged it. Under the attack of the pink skull ability, Lin Fei just walked over with large strides, dodging the attack. Impossible, I clearly locked onto him. Again. The white bone heavenly demon's attack was no less than a blow to the head. Its ability was unable to harm a lowly human brat? Preposterous. Pink skull ability, Kingdom of Death. Failing in one move, the white bone heavenly demon went all out. 40% of the power of death burst out, condensing into a kingdom of death. A sinister aura swept out. This wind was the wind of death. Once it blew past, it would destroy one's Yuan Shen and physical body, making them untouchable. The disciples of the demon race are indeed powerful. If I hadn't awakened my divine beast bloodline and grasped the Saint Dragon Step, I wouldn't have been able to dodge their attacks. It's no wonder they can suppress the Academy's geniuses. Storm Tear. Lin Fei struck out with his god-fiend hand, and a huge storm swept out. The gravitational field was suppressed on the spot, and even the power of death was suppressed. Crash! The torrential storm mercilessly tore apart the power of death. Kacha! Kacha! As soon as the gravitational field appeared, the white bone heavenly devil coughed up a mouthful of blood. You're not a perfected golden immortal. How can you have 40% nomological power? Didn't you want to kill me just now? Lin Fei suddenly appeared in front of the white bone heavenly devil. His palm smashed into the white bone heavenly devil's body, sending him flying. Everything on his body exploded. Puff! The white bone heavenly devil coughed out blood. How can this kid be so strong? My heavenly devil body can't withstand this palm. This person is a strong opponent. Heavenly devil transformation. While in the transformation, another slap came down. All the power collapsed, and he couldn't use it at all. Lin Fei wouldn't give him the chance to transform. He had suppressed him with great difficulty. Once he transformed, his strength would rise again, and it wouldn't be easy to suppress him. How can you interrupt my transformation? The white bone heavenly devil collapsed. This human kid was more terrifying than he had imagined. Because I'm stronger than you. Lin Fei grabbed out with his god-fiend hand, using the emperor-grade hand to restrict him. He took out the heaven and earth furnace and threw it inside, finishing off an enemy. The white bone heavenly devil was very strong. Unfortunately, he met Lin Fei. In terms of speed, he wasn't a match. Lin Fei had grasped the dragon race's Saint Dragon Step. In terms of defense, he wasn't a match. In addition to the gravitational field, he suppressed more than 70% of his opponent's strength. He wasn't a match at all. Return. Lin Fei broke out of the mountain. Without the white bone heavenly devil's control, the white bone mountain's power was greatly reduced, and it wasn't a threat anymore. He grabbed out with his hand, and the white bone mountain shrunk and landed in his hand. White Bone Mountain. Even if he couldn't use it, he could at least exchange it for Great Luo immortal stones. He's out. The geniuses and king-grade geniuses in the formation all revealed expressions of disbelief. Where's the White Bone Heavenly Devil? Could it be that he was defeated? Someone sucked in a breath of cold air. Everyone knew how strong the White Bone Heavenly Devil was. The scene in front of them gave them a huge shock, and they couldn't adapt to it for a moment. That Holy Heaven Academy brat that they looked down on was actually so strong. If he hadn't killed the White Bone Heavenly Devil, how could he have obtained the saint-grade White Bone Mountain? Unbelievable. Whoosh! A beam of demonic light shot out majestically, and an unparalleled kingdom suppressed the surroundings. The bloodthirsty crown prince attacked immediately. His eyes shot out a beam of demonic light that shook the heavens and earth. Die. When the demonic light arrived before him, it suddenly turned into a demonic eyeball that was filled with bloodthirst, brutality, malevolence, and other negative emotions. Lin Fei's surroundings instantly turned into a kingdom of demons. All sorts of negative emotions rushed toward him, wanting to occupy his body and take away his will, turning him into a walking corpse. Heavens, that's a secret art of the demon race. Eye of Destruction. Someone in the formation recognized this secret art, and his expression changed. This crown prince is powerful. Sword intent revolved around Lin Fei's body, and a huge black lotus bloomed. It was filled with an ancient aura, and the lotus flowers bloomed one after another, covering the kingdom of demons. You can't kill me with just this method. Whoosh, 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 sword lotuses filled the sky, blotting out the sun. An ancient aura dominated the kingdom, forming a kingdom of swords. Good kid, no wonder the White Bone Mountain wasn't your match. So you've cultivated the ancient sword intent, and your sword intent has reached 10%. One more step, and you can comprehend the spatial storm. You do have some qualifications. The black eyeball spoke, but this is still not enough. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. The Eye of Destruction suddenly shot out thousands of beams of light. What a cunning crown prince! Each beam of destruction was no less than the full power of a three-point law expert. They pierced through the void world, intimidated the surroundings, and suppressed the surroundings. It was incomparably terrifying. Hiss! Some of the geniuses in the formation gasped, unable to calm down. Except for the king-conferred geniuses, the rest were in shock. The disciple of the Sky Demon Emperor was truly terrifying. Chapter 882. No one had expected that the bloodthirsty crown prince's attack would be so powerful, displaying the amazing strength of the emperor's disciple. Just by relying on the Eye of Destruction, how many king-ranked geniuses present could contend against him and outshine his opponent? Glory Academy. The top genius disciples were still in shock. A genius in white said in a low voice, "Brother June, the bloodthirsty crown prince is really unfathomable. If he had attacked at the beginning, I'm afraid only 8 out of 10 of us would survive." Yes, the bloodthirsty crown prince is very scheming. He borrowed our strength to make us fail. This person is a strong opponent. I won't stand a chance unless I take a step forward and attain 50% nomological law. June Wentian said in a low voice. June Wentian, the #1 king-level genius of Glory Academy, had an astonishing 40% nomological law and was a mid-level celestial lord. However, when facing the crown prince, he directly said that he wasn't a match for him. Senior Brother June, you are a mid-level perfected golden celestial. Are you not a match for the crown prince? June Wentian said, do you think that a person who can kill a low-level perfected golden celestial with a random attack is simple? As the disciple of the Sky Devil Emperor, how could he be simple? I'm afraid he has a trump card. Could it be that the kid from Heavenly Academy is a match for the crown prince? June Wentian had a certain amount of influence among the disciples of the sect. His words carried enormous weight. However, Their evaluation of Lin Fei from Heavenly Academy wasn't very high. Perhaps all of us have overlooked Lin Fei from Heavenly Academy. The person who spoke earlier said, Senior Brother Zhuge. But why can't I see that Lin Fei has such strength? The disciples of Heavenly Academy were also embarrassed. Lin Fei is a bastard, Gao Dezhuang scolded. It's best if the Crown Prince kills him. The inner disciples of Heavenly Academy had always been in decline. Coupled with the fact that they didn't get along with Lin Fei, they naturally didn't want to see his strong side completely overshadow their sharpness. Senior Brother Gao, you can't say that. Junior Brother Lin Fei is a disciple of our Heavenly Academy. Don't let him see a joke. Senior Brother Go. They were confused and looked at Senior Brother Go. Senior Brother Go was the strongest among their group, a low-level Zenith Heaven Golden Immortal. They knew that the one who hated Lin Fei the most was this Senior Brother Go. Why did the sun rise from the west when he was speaking nicely? Junior Brother Lin Fei is known as the Invincible King. He is the #1 existence in our academy for the past several hundred years. Even if we don't get along with him, we have to protect Holy Heaven Academy's reputation. Otherwise, we will become a joke if we go out, said North Star Emperor. Everyone secretly nodded their heads. It did make sense. Even if they didn't like Lin Fei, they couldn't say anything at this point. Little did they know that the North Star Academy's senior brother was currently burning with rage when he said those words. Damn it! How can Lin Fei be so strong? Is he really going to become the first undefeatable king in the history of the Divine Heaven Academy? I can't accept this. In just 300 years, I've already reached this realm. Why did the heavens arrange for a Lin Fei to come out? I can't accept this. On the Thunder Academy's side, they didn't know much about Lin Fei. They were indeed shocked when Lin Fei suppressed the White Bone Heavenly Demon. But now that the Crown Prince made his move and displayed his terrifying strength, they didn't think that a guy who hadn't even reached the Golden Immortal stage could withstand the continuous attacks. If Lin Fei could withstand the bloodthirsty Crown Prince's attack, that would simply be too heaven-defying. Sister, that brat has hidden himself well. Back then, he might be the one who pretended to be a member of the ancient royal family. A black-clothed girl snorted. Yu Linglong said, he has indeed hidden himself well. Although the White Bone Heavenly Demon's strength isn't as good as the bloodthirsty Crown Prince's, he is still a genius disciple who isn't any weaker than our conferred king geniuses. For Lin Fei to be able to suppress him shows how extraordinary he is. If I'm not wrong, he might have obtained the first origin heavy water. There's such a thing? The black-clothed girl was shocked. Sister, why do you think he came? Could it be that he can withstand the Crown Prince's attack? It's hard to say. Yu Linglong shook her head. He must have his reasons for coming. Perhaps the Holy Heaven Academy is really going to produce a genius. When should we make our move? The bloodthirsty Crown Prince's Heavenly Demon bloodthirsty formation was refined by a supreme expert. Its power is extraordinary. We just need to take out our treasures, and we can break the formation. The black-clothed girl seemed to be impatient. There's no hurry. The bloodthirsty Crown Prince is our #1 enemy. He's a real peerless genius with all kinds of divine abilities. Rumor has it that the bloodthirsty Crown Prince is favored among the disciples of the Heavenly Demon Emperor. No one knows what trump cards he has. Moreover, other than us who have the treasures of the Divine Palace, the others might be able to break the formation if they use their full strength. Everyone is waiting for an opportunity. It's best if Lin Fei can fight with the bloodthirsty Crown Prince. Hihi's sister is so smart. Let's just watch the show. The bloodthirsty Crown Prince's attack was earth-shattering. Once the destructive light beam shot out, it was earth-shattering. Hundreds of thousands of li was turned into ruins. Not even a blade of grass could be seen. Facing such an overbearing attack, Lin Fei only had one way to deal with it. Dodge. Using the saintly dragon step, he dodged the destructive light beam. Every time he dodged, it was a close shave. It made people's scalps go numb. This bloodthirsty crown prince is quite famous. He should have all kinds of divine abilities. I must use my full strength and not give him a chance to attack. If this drags on for too long, it won't be good for me. Lin Fei calculated as he dodged the destructive beams, especially the Academy's geniuses who specialized in array formations. He wouldn't be so foolish as to believe that an array formation could trap them. This is a movement skill. It can dodge my destructive light beam. The bloodthirsty crown prince was annoyed. The white bone heavenly demon was trash. He couldn't even deal with a human brat. Now he had to do it himself. Originally, he thought that he could suppress a human brat easily. However, the other party's strength was beyond his expectation. A mysterious formation that could dodge his attack was really rare. Bloodthirsty formation, refine everything. The bloodthirsty crown prince waved his hand and activated a divine ability. 18 blood demons flew out from his body. They were 10 zhang tall, and their bodies were blood red. Their scarlet eyes were filled with a bloodthirsty aura. Roar! 18 rays of red light shot out. Their target was Lin Fei. Gravitational field. Lin Fei could tell that this divine ability was extraordinary. He immediately activated the gravitational field. The flying blood demons were extremely fast. Once the gravitational field appeared, they were instantly suppressed on the ruins. They couldn't move an inch and turned into a ball of blood with hideous expressions. Explode! Lin Fei activated the saintly dragon step and arrived near the bloodthirsty crown prince. The judgment staff appeared in his hand, and an attack that was 60 times stronger appeared. It was the third style of the 18 demon sealing techniques. Bang, bang, bang. Under the gravitational field, the 18 blood demons exploded into a mist of blood. The bloodthirsty crown prince spat out a mouthful of blood. His eyes flashed with shock. Holy demon body, block for me. The disciple of the Sky Demon Emperor was indeed not simple. 180,000 divine force swept over. His body transformed from demonic energy to holy demon energy. His body grew to 100 zhang tall. Holy demon god fist, holy demon blessing, protect me. A 3-headed and 6-armed holy demon that looked like an ancient existence blocked the bloodthirsty crown prince. It was full of hideousness. He couldn't believe that a human kid could explode with such powerful combat power. He, who was doted on by the bloodthirsty crown prince, felt unprecedented pressure and danger. Perhaps he would die here if he wasn't careful. With this attack, it was as if, who will rise and fall? This attack swept through the surroundings, killing everything in its path. Bang, 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 180,000 divine power points. Coupled with ancient saint artifact, it was terrifying beyond compare. The bloodthirsty crown prince's holy demon reinforcement was instantly shattered by Lin Fei's attack. The bloodthirsty crown prince's huge body exploded into pieces, and a tall mountain exploded. All the geniuses in the array were completely stunned. Lin Fei killed the bloodthirsty crown prince, a powerful and terrifying existence. They couldn't believe it. The scene in front of them was so shocking that they couldn't forget it. Now he's dead. Lin Fei held the adjudicator's staff and put down a rock. He didn't believe that the crown prince would be able to take this attack. Cough, cough, cough. When the dust settled, a battered figure appeared out of thin air. More accurately, only half of his body was left. His white bones were clearly visible. I didn't expect that there would be a genius like you among the humans. The bloodthirsty crown prince returned to normal. His aura was weak, as if he could die at any time. You're the first to injure me and use a heaven-defying treasure. *CK, he's not dead yet. Lin Fei was shocked. The crown prince was the first person to survive after his divine power reached the large success stage ever since the crown prince's divine power reached 180,000. You're also the first to survive one attack of mine. Lin Fei said, "But do you think you can withstand a second attack? You won't have the chance." The bloodthirsty crown prince wiped the blood off the corner of his mouth. "I'm going to refine you and turn you into my powerful puppet. Ha ha ha, in your dreams." Wow, Lin Fei moved. He wouldn't give him the chance to attack. Disciple bloodthirsty crown prince has encountered a powerful enemy. Ancestor, please help me suppress him. The bloodthirsty crown prince's eyes flashed with bloodthirst. He opened his mouth, and a huge black door appeared in front of him. The door was locked and solemn. Explode. Lin Fei used his divine force and turned it into a huge storm. Crack, the black door opened. At that instant, an aura surged out from the 9 heavens, causing the black storm that Lin Fei had unleashed to vanish. "Little Lin, run. That demon kid is summoning the Emperor." The crab monster shouted. The terrifying aura of the Emperor made even the chaotic beasts feel the pressure from their divine souls. They couldn't move at all. F***CK, ha, 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 little brat, get ready to become my puppet. The bloodthirsty crown prince said proudly, "This door is a time and space door. It connects to the lair of the demon clan and is a first-class treasure. Everyone opens it once every 100 years. You should feel honored." Rumble. Chapter 883. Speaking of which, Lin Fei thought he had killed the bloodthirsty crown prince. Who would have thought that the situation would change and an earth-shattering scene would appear again? The bloodthirsty crown prince used the gate of time and space that had been opened for 100 years to summon the demon race ancestor, an ancient giant. This ancestor was an incarnation of the Sky Demon Emperor. Just a single demon hand could not be any more ordinary, but it suppressed the great void world, causing the void to collapse. Heavens, the great Emperor ancestor has made a move! This is too terrifying. My body can't move at all. I'm about to explode from the pressure. I feel like my everything is going to be seen through by this ancestor. Within the formation, everyone frantically circulated their immortal force, resisting the might of an ancient giant. However, even so, there were still people who continuously died, their bodies exploding, primordial spirit shattered. The old ancestor's aura was that of a great emperor, a single hand covering the heavens, an ancient giant, no one able to stop him. Immortal lord? No, they had never expected that an ancient giant would appear and kill them all with a flick of his finger. A casual demon hand of an ancient giant was already so powerful. If it was an incarnation, they would probably die with just a glance. They started to curse Lin Fei. Why did they provoke such a terrifying existence? This person wanted to kill them all. Those who had hidden their treasures all took out their supreme treasures to resist the aura of the ancient giant. Bang, 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 endless mountains and endless lands were turned into nothingness by this palm. The endless starry sky was suppressed by the ancestor's hand. He was the only one. Too late. Lin Fei tried to kill the bloodthirsty crown prince, but he lost. Before his attack even reached, the ancestor's aura was completely destroyed. An ancient giant is too strong. It's not something that the one in the ancient saber sect can compare to. This demon hand contains the supreme aura of the great Tao. It can topple mountains and overturn seas, suppressing all worlds. At such a dangerous moment, Lin Fei maintained absolute calmness. Pa, 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 the powerful, god-fiend body of the ancient giant casually clawed down. The aura of the great Tao swept over, causing his body to explode and blood to gush out. Ha ha ha! Since the ancestor is here, prepare to become this crown prince's puppet. The bloodthirsty crown prince laughed out loud. It's your honor to become this crown prince's puppet warrior. The bloodthirsty crown prince was in high spirits. So what if you are strong? I will summon my old ancestor, and I can suppress you with one hand. Even if I have to use up the chance that comes once every 100 years, I will not hesitate. Lin Fei was a warlike person to begin with. You demons are indeed sinister and cunning. But before that, I will send you to hell. The pressure of a god emperor can resist an ancient giant. Lin Fei bellowed. The pressure of a godly emperor soared into the sky. A peerless, godly emperor descended with a solemn expression. He stretched out his hand and slapped the void, instantly sealing the void world. Killing you is as easy as flipping my palm. The pressure of a divine emperor surpassed that of an imperial emperor. It confined the void world on the spot and even the attacks of the ancient giants. Die. Using the moment of confinement, Lin Fei rushed to the bloodthirsty crown prince. He immediately unleashed an attack that was 10 times stronger than usual and slapped the bloodthirsty crown prince. Old ancestor, save me. I don't want to die. Humph. A cold snort came from the other side of the door. The majesty of the great path and the pressure of a divine emperor created by Lin Fei collapsed and lost its sealing effect. If the old ancestor attacks, you will die too. 30,000 divine power was more than enough to kill the bloodthirsty crown prince. Even an ancient giant could not stop the violent power. This crown prince is not satisfied. The bloodthirsty crown prince's body exploded inch by inch. The powerful force crushed him, and his voice stopped. A disciple of a great emperor died, just like that. Uft! Lin Fei spat out a mouthful of blood on the spot. The ancient giant snorted. The third transformation, god-fiend body exploded, severely injuring Lin Fei and injuring him greatly. The difference between the third transformation god-fiend body and the defense of a divine beast of the dragon race was too great. It was an insurmountable gap. The great emperor was an existence that grasped the Tao. All Das could kill the enemy. Even a cold snort that contained the great path's intent could kill instantly. This is crazy. That's the aura of a god. Is Lin Fei the reincarnation of a god? An ancient giant has attacked. Holy Heaven Academy's Lin Fei fought back and killed the bloodthirsty crown prince right in front of his eyes. This is unimaginable. They could not stay calm. Even if it was just an incarnation of an ancient giant, its power could destroy the world. Not only that, but Holy Heaven Academy's Lin Fei had hidden his strength so deeply. Under the suppression of an ancient giant, he used his divine power to kill the bloodthirsty crown prince. This person could not be described with ordinary words. I can smell the aura of a god from you. A voice came from the other side of the door. Very good. I lack the divine attribute. Achieve the supreme divine Tao. Come here. Rumble, rumble. The ordinary palm turned into a million zhang large. The patterns on the palm were clear, and the heaven punisher kingdom appeared. It locked the void and was determined to get it. Old fart, if you want to take my things, you need to have the ability to do so. Ancient giant? Bah. Lin Fei had already expected this scene. Saint Heavenly Emperor, your disciple is in great danger. Great terror, please suppress this old man. A true ancient giant had attacked. Even though Lin Fei was strong, he was still not his opponent. Lin Fei directly communicated with the will of the Holy Heaven Emperor. As you wish, in his mind there was a vast and boundless aura of the supreme great path. Lin Fei could not stop an ancient giant. He could only rely on the Holy Heaven Emperor. From the door, he could see that the 9 secluded secret realm had certain restrictions. Otherwise, he wouldn't have used a demon hand to deal with him. I have the will of the Holy Heaven Emperor. If I can't deal with the hand of an ancient giant, what a joke! Boom! Lin Fei's body shook. A vast aura descended from the sky. Auspicious clouds descended. Celestial music lingered, and hundreds of flowers bloomed. A golden-robed man stood in the middle of the celestial music. The golden-robed man moved in all directions. The demonic aura that was originally monstrous became calm and quickly suppressed. It's you, Holy Heaven Emperor. The ancient giant's demon hand rippled with demonic aura and a cold kingdom. It then turned into a black-robed man with monstrous demonic aura behind him. Sky Demon Emperor, since when did you learn to bully a child? Aren't you afraid of becoming a joke? This is not the dignity of a holy heaven emperor. The black-robed man was an incarnation of the Sky Demon Emperor. No one would criticize an ancient giant, but when another ancient giant spoke, the meaning was different. Holy Heaven Emperor, you've been dead for many years. I didn't think you would dare to come out today. Do you think you can defeat me with just your will? The incarnation of the Sky Demon said, I can kill you with one demon hand and make you disappear from this world. Chapter 884. The appearance of two ancient giants was enough to shock everyone. One was the incarnation of the Sky Demon Emperor with monstrous strength. The other was the founder of the Divine Sky Academy, the Divine Sky Emperor. Back then, he dominated the heaven realm with unparalleled strength. Only now did the people in the formation know how deep Lin Fei had hidden himself. With the will of the Divine Sky Emperor, he could kill everything in a second at the crucial moment. Those who had attacked before were now in a state of shock. Lin Fei was not someone they could offend. If he really attacked and killed them, they wouldn't even dare to say anything if their backers knew. With the protection of the Emperor's will, what was Lin Fei's background? Why was he so important? The appearance of the Saint Sky Emperor dispelled the pressure of the old ancestor. Only then did the geniuses within the formation take a breather. If this continued, they wouldn't have died in the 9 Nether Secret Realm. This indirectly saved their lives. Divine Sky Emperor, this emperor respects you as the founder of the Divine Sky Academy. Back then, you were unparalleled and rarely had an opponent among the great emperors. Time flies, but you still fell in the end, leaving behind a will. This emperor advises you not to go against me for a disciple and completely destroy this will of yours. The Saint Sky Emperor sighed, as if he didn't hear what Yi Fuqian said. He looked at the sky and said, Back then I was invincible and I was lonely at the top. Later, I founded the Saint Heaven Academy and became the leader. You little heavenly demon, back then you were just an ant. Who would have thought that today a little ant would dare to provoke me? If it was me back then, you would have died a long time ago. Ha ha ha, Divine Sky Emperor, you have fallen in the end. Hand over the disciple behind you, and this emperor will let you live. Anyway, your will has appeared and won't live for long. The incarnation of the Sky Demon sneered. I don't mind telling you, this emperor has 1/10 of my strength. You are not my opponent. The Divine Sky Emperor was unmoved and suddenly said to Lin Fei, Lin Fei, you and I are fated. Today, this emperor will give you a gift. A junior can be easily killed in this emperor's eyes. The incarnation of the celestial devil great emperor used 1/10 of its power to completely ignore the will of an emperor. It tried to threaten the celestial devil great emperor to hand over the human brat and strip him of his god attribute. The heavenly saint emperor was a veteran great emperor. Back then, when the Sky Devil Emperor was still an immortal monarch, the Heavenly Saint Emperor had already dominated the world with terrifying strength. Now that there was only one great emperor's will left, the Sky Demon, great emperor's incarnation, was also under pressure. He tried not to make a move if he could, trying to make the other party lose without a fight. But at this moment, the Saint Sky Emperor's words were equivalent to provoking him. Good, good. Then let this emperor witness the might of the sacred Sky Emperor. The incarnation of the celestial devil emperor grabbed behind him. His demonic hand towered into the sky. It was also an ordinary strike, but its might was increased by 100%, causing the weather to change. Everyone held their breath as they watched the scene unfold before them. Merely an ant at the 3rd heaven. The sacred Sky Emperor shook his head with a face full of disdain. There is no place for you to be arrogant here. Heaven's might. The heavenly saint, heavenly emperor's decree came out. With a loud rumble, the firmament moved. The huge nine secluded secret realm changed color as the sacred Sky Emperor's figure entered the heavenly Tao. At the end of the firmament, a human face appeared. It was the sacred Sky Emperor. Suppress. Above the firmament, the heavenly hand descended. Although it was ordinary, everyone felt that the heavens were making a move. Bang, bang, bang. The incarnation of the Sky Demon Great Emperor revealed a horrified expression as his incarnation melted. Damn it, you merged with the heavenly Tao and casually borrowed the power of the heavens. This emperor is not willing. As strong as the incarnation of the Sky Demon Great Emperor was, the moment the sacred Sky Emperor made a move, he was killed on the spot. Even the gate of time and space was destroyed under the attack. The originally monstrous demonic Qi instantly dissipated. The heavenly hand grabbed again, and a crystal pearl was condensed in the palm of China. It turned into a rainbow light and shot over. Lin Fei. This is the essence left behind by the incarnation of the Sky Demon Great Emperor. After refining it, it can raise your realm. This is the only thing that the sacred Sky Emperor can help you with. This emperor hopes that you can walk even further. The voice of the sacred Sky Emperor gradually faded away until it disappeared. Although this was the second time they met, the sacred Sky Emperor made a move without hesitation and killed the incarnation of the Sky Demon Great Emperor. His heart warmed as he silently said, "Don't worry, sacred Sky Emperor. As long as I'm alive, I will take care of the divine Sky Academy." The two ancient giants made a move. Their method was simple, but to the crowd it was a peerless power that they couldn't grasp the details at all. It wasn't something that they could witness at their realm. The array is broken. The Sky Demon Bloodthirsty array dissipated, and the crowd regained their freedom. The previous scene still left a lingering fear in their hearts. If it wasn't for the sacred Sky Emperor making a move at the crucial moment and helping them relieve some of the pressure, they would have died in the storm of the battle between the two ancient giants. The corpse of the fire Qilin. After the ancient giants exchanged blows, the ancient runes that sealed the fire Qilin were almost completely broken. Just recovering from their fear and seeing the corpse of the fire Qilin, the crowd's hearts were swept away. They all revealed greedy desires and tried to take the fire Qilin for themselves. Kill. In the void, a long spear pierced out and turned into a black snake, rushing towards the motionless Lin Fei. After suppressing Lin Fei, we will fight for the ownership of the fire Qilin's corpse. This person, Lin Fei, fought with the bloodthirsty crown prince and killed him right in front of their eyes. He even cursed the ancient giants. The strength he displayed made him their #1 enemy. A group of shameless people. You are all courting death. Lin Fei didn't expect the sacred Sky Emperor to appear and help them. He didn't expect that once the array was opened, this group of people would attack him. What a bunch of ungrateful people. Lin Fei was finally enraged. Godly Emperor's aura. Facing the ancient giants, he could imprison them for an instant, let alone a group of great firmament golden immortals. I can't move. Damn it. Although Lin Fei's injuries weren't light, and his third transformation God-fiend physique had collapsed, his godly power was still in his body and wasn't affected. Pung. The person who attacked with the spear was slapped to death by Lin Fei with one slap. You want to kill me too. Anyone who attacked was slapped by Lin Fei one by one. He didn't care who they were or what academy they were from. Their actions completely angered him. Junior brother Lin Fei, stop killing. They are all geniuses from the 4 academies. Go Chen of the Sacred Sky Academy hurriedly stopped Lin Fei. Lin Fei's eyes flashed coldly. Scram! Go Chen's eyes twitched. Under a glance, his body began to tremble, and he didn't dare to look at Lin Fei's eyes. Pung, 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 in the blink of an eye, Lin Fei slapped 10 geniuses to death. They were all the people who attacked them just now. Brother Lin Fei, they attacked first, and are indeed in the wrong. But you killed them in front of us. Don't you think you're being too harsh? a white-robed young man walked out from the Glory Academy. He was their #1 conferred king genius, Jun Wentian. Lin Fei narrowed his eyes. Could it be that you also want to spar with me? I'm just reminding you that you won't have a good time in the future after killing people from the 4 academies. Jun Wentian said. If he wasn't afraid of the other party, he would have already attacked. Lin Fei glared at him. Everyone knows what will happen in the future. I only know that whoever dares to stay here will be my enemy. I don't mind killing them all. The tiger has been beaten away. You guys want to snatch the food? Dream on. The conferred king geniuses of the 4 academies were already injured after resisting the aura of the ancient ancestor. They originally thought that they could at least suppress Lin Fei and divide the Fire Chilin's corpse. But it seemed like there was no hope. Holy Heaven Academy's Lin Fei was much stronger than they had imagined. I'm Jun Wentian from the Glory Academy. I believe we will meet again in the future. Jun Wentian waved his hand. Let's go. There were only a few geniuses from the Glory Academy. They naturally didn't dare to go against senior brother Jun Wentian's words. After the Glory Academy left, Thunder Academy and Black Tortoise Academy felt the pressure. Lin Fei was a madman. If they were to make a move, that madman Lin Fei might really make them stay here. Let's go. Thunder Academy and Black Tortoise Academy left one after another. What they needed to do now was to recover from their injuries to prevent any unforeseen events. Why? You guys aren't leaving? The 3 top academies left. Only Holy Heaven Academy's North Star Academy's group stayed. North Star Academy's face sank. Junior brother Lin Fei, we are from the same academy. We were in the wrong earlier. Scram! Senior brother North Star's group vomited blood and their faces turned pale. If you don't leave, I will kill all of you. After senior brother North Star vomited blood, he left with his people like a stray dog. He was afraid that Lin Fei would kill them all. Seems like these people are quite tactful. I originally wanted to get rid of some blind fellows. Lin Fei thought, no matter if they are really leaving or pretending to leave or plotting something, I will refine the Fire Chilin's corpse first. Break for me. The judgment staff appeared in Lin Fei's hand. He activated 180,000 points of God Force and destroyed the remaining ancient runes. Large swathes of the seal shattered into pieces. Pooh! A violent flame aura swept over. The Fire Chilin's corpse that had lost its seal returned to its original size of 350 zhong. Blazing flames bloomed like fire lotuses, burning the void. Although the Fire Chilin was dead, the terrifying flames on its body remained. It burned fiercely like an endless sun, dazzling and incomparable. In the raging flames, Lin Fei used his body to block the flames released by the Fire Chilin's instincts. This is great, as expected of an existence comparable to the ancient giants. After refining the Fire Chilin's corpse, my divine power will increase by leaps and bounds. I might even reach the 2nd evolution. Withdraw. Chapter 885. When the incarnation of the Sky Devil Emperor was destroyed, in a cold space, a gigantic black palace stood there, resembling the depths of hell. In the center of the palace, a middle-aged man sat cross-legged. This middle-aged man opened his eyes, one black and one white, spinning about, forming 2 vortexes. This emperor's incarnation is dead. The eyes of the middle-aged man gleamed with coldness. This middle-aged man was none other than the legendary Devil Emperor, one of the 10 emperors, the Sky Devil Emperor. He only took 500,000 years to become an immortal emperor. The sacred Sky Emperor is truly old, but he doesn't die. No wonder he could ignore this emperor's incarnation. So it turns out that he is fused with the heavenly Tao and is able to unleash heavenly might. The Sky Devil Emperor silently mused. However, you can at most protect that brat once. You won't be able to protect him a second time. He is so young, yet he was able to kill the bloodthirsty crown prince. It should be because of his divinity attribute. This emperor needs divinity attribute to break through to the heavenly Tao. Blood slave, come in. It disappeared. The corpse of the fire Qilin disappeared. Millions of miles away, a group of people stopped and stared at the place where the battle took place earlier. The seal on the fire Qilin was undone, causing a sea of flames to surge up into the sky, suppressing everyone. In the end, the fire Qilin vanished without a trace. It must be Lin Fei who took away the fire Qilin. He simply deserves to die. Gao Qin cursed. That was a fire Qilin, yet he actually took it away. Ridiculous, he really wanted to swallow the fire Qilin for himself. Everyone couldn't help but laugh when they saw the crazed look on Gao Qin's face. Who asked you guys to not treat Lin Fei as a threat? Now look at what happened. He just waved his hand and took away the fire Qilin. You guys deserve to be unlucky. Brother Wentian, we spent so much effort on the fire Qilin, yet it ended up benefiting that brat. Could it be that this is it? Thunder Academy's Master Fenglei spoke in a heavy voice. Master Fenglei was a conferred king genius of the Thunder Academy. He grasped the power of thunder and had terrifying combat prowess. The encirclement of the devil disciples and the activation of the sky demon bloodthirsty grand formation resulted in countless deaths and heavy losses. But in the end, all their efforts were for naught. This was truly something they weren't willing to accept. I agree with Master Feng Lei's suggestion. Everyone should have a share of the divine beast fire Qilin. We can't let that brat Lin Fei monopolize it. Black Tortoise Institution's king conferred genius Qiao Shan added. Everyone's gazes instantly converged onto Jun Wentian. There are countless secret realms in the 9 secluded secret realm. There are countless opportunities, big and small. Why do you want to look at the corpse of a divine beast? Jun Wentian said in front of everyone, if you want to go, just go. Brother Wentian, are you afraid? Master Feng Lazy asked. It's not a question of whether I'm afraid or not. I don't want the people of Glory Academy to die in his hands. Jun Wentian shook his head. It's not worth it to die for the corpse of a divine beast. Brother Wentian, you're boosting the morale of others and destroying it. Qiao Shan sneered. Although this brat Lin Fei is extraordinary, don't forget that he was attacked by the Sky Demon Emperor and his injuries aren't light. Adding on the corpse of the divine beast fire Qilin, he must be suppressed. This way, how much of his battle prowess can he display? Don't forget that the Sacred Sky Emperor's gift is definitely a priceless treasure that even has the chance to break through to the immortal king realm. Don't you want it? Black Tortoise Institution's Qiao Shan's words stimulated everyone, not to mention the corpse of the divine beast fire Qilin. Just the gift left behind by the Sacred Sky Emperor was definitely not ordinary. Not tempted? That must be fake. This brat Lin Fei's methods are cruel, killing geniuses at every turn. We should form an alliance and chase after this brat Lin Fei to the ends of the earth. Everyone should work together for the corpse of the divine beast fire Qilin. Lin Fei took it for his own greed. We must suppress this brat Lin Fei. Our Sacred Sky Academy absolutely agrees with everyone's opinion. Suppress Lin Fei together and fairly divide the corpse of the divine beast fire Qilin. At this time, North Star Academy didn't mind being thick-skinned and took the initiative to propose to deal with Lin Fei. If you don't want to divide the corpse of the divine beast fire Qilin, then we will divide it. North Star Academy's idea was very simple. Those who are willing to deal with this brat Lin Fei, follow me. Master Feng Lazy waved his arm, and everyone chose to chase after Lin Fei. The heavily injured Lin Fei didn't have the ability to resist. Jun Wentian, are you really giving up? Qiao Shan looked at Jun Wentian. You guys go. Our Glory Academy won't interfere. Jun Wentian said. Let's go. Let's go. Xiao Shan indeed wanted Jun Wentian to join in and increase their strength to fight against Lin Fei. "You Linglong, you guys aren't leaving." Master Feng Lazy revealed a strange expression. "We aren't interested in the corpse of the divine beast Fire Qilin. We have other matters to attend to." The black-robed lady's expression was cold. After leaving behind a sentence, the two of them turned around and left. "Humph. What's there to be arrogant about? Aren't they just people from the God Palace?" Master Feng Lazy spat. His eyes were filled with jealousy and envy. "Without you guys, it doesn't mean that we can't take down this brat Lin Fei. Let's go." 2/3 of the group chose to chase after Lin Fei. The divine beast Fire Qilin was a treasure left behind by the sacred Sky Emperor. Everyone was tempted and envious. If they could take down the other party, it would be a huge harvest, no less than entering a secret realm to search for treasures. After they left, the two black-robed ladies returned. "Sister, should we go and deal with this Lin Fei?" The corpse of the divine beast Fire Qilin is at least 2 to 3 million zhang in size. Lin Fei was able to take it. His ability is not small. Yu Linglong smiled. "Those idiots want to die. Let them go. Jun Wentian, you've been watching for so long. Aren't you going to come out?" "Fairy Yu, long time no see. You're still as beautiful as before." In the void, a young man walked out. It was Jun Wentian. "Hey, Jun Wentian, are you planning to be the oriole behind the mantis, stalking the cicada?" The black-robed lady mocked. "Fairy Yu, that's not true. Lin Fei is not an ordinary person. Instead of being enemies with a mysterious person, it's better to leave a good impression." Jun Wentian smiled. No one knew what he was thinking. "That's rare. Miss Yu, there are countless fortunes in the 9 secluded secret realm. I want to invite you to go to the immortal king's tomb together. I wonder if I have the honor." Jun Wentian took the initiative to invite her. Yu Linglong chuckled. No wonder the king conferred genius of the glory school didn't go for the corpse of the divine beast or the treasures left behind by the great emperor. It turns out that he has his eyes on the immortal king's tomb in the level 4 area. "I know, Miss Yu has a part of the immortal king's tomb, and I also have a part of it. We can go together. The corpse of the divine beast Fire Qilin is too big. I have to refine it first." After taking the corpse of the divine beast Fire Qilin, Lin Fei didn't have the mood to go anywhere else. At this moment, the only thing he could do was to refine the corpse of the divine beast Fire Qilin. The body of the divine beast Fire Qilin was like a towering mountain, and refining it would take a long time. The geniuses of the glory school could guess that the divine beast Fire Qilin was in their hands. Lin Fei immediately decided to refine the divine beast Fire Qilin. Chapter 886. Lin Fei landed in the deep ravine of the danger zone and killed a toad demonic beast there. "Guard this place." He released Dragon General Long Tian, an expert comparable to a 4-element law expert. After taking care of this, Lin Fei laid down an array with the Origin Immortal Stone as the foundation and furiously activated the Heaven and Earth Furnace to refine the Fire Qilin corpse. Although they were both of the fire attribute, the flames released by the Fire Qilin were not as tyrannical as the divine fire of the world. The outermost layer of defense was useless. An hour later, the 350,000 zhang Fire Qilin corpse had shrunk to 1,000 zhang. An hour later, for hours later, as Lin Fei activated the divine fire to refine the Fire Qilin corpse, a group of people chased after him. Everyone searched carefully. Lin Fei couldn't have gone far. He has to constantly suppress the Fire Qilin corpse and can't go too far. If you find anything, immediately send out a message. After a brief recovery, they threw themselves into the search, swearing to find Lin Fei. Nearly 30 geniuses of the Academy scrambled to find Lin Fei. The 9 Nether Secret Realm was very large, and the 5th grade zone was not small either. While searching, they not only had to pay attention to Lin Fei's whereabouts, but they also had to be wary of monster attacks. The range of their search was constantly expanding. One day, no Lin Fei's whereabouts. 2 days, still no news. In the blink of an eye, 5 days had passed. Lin Fei seemed to have vanished without a trace, and no one knew where he was. Did Lin Fei really disappear? Master Fenglizi and Qiao Shan gathered together, worry on their faces. The longer they waited, the more likely it was that Lin Fei would refine the fire qilin, and that was not something they wanted to see. No matter what, finding Lin Fei was the most important thing. Senior brothers, in my opinion, we should change our search method. We might have missed some places. Just when they were at a loss, North Star interjected. In these few days of searching, the one who was the most anxious was the North Star Empire. He hated Lin Fei to the core and wanted nothing more than to kill him immediately. A new disciple not only had tyrannical strength, but had also obtained the favor of the sacred Sky Emperor and obtained the corpse of the divine Beast Fire Qilin. Once the 9 secluded secret realm was over, and he returned to the Divine Heaven Academy, Lin Fei would become a dazzling existence in the academy. The North Star Empire didn't want Lin Fei to go back. They wanted him to stay in the 9 secluded mystery land. Another way. Master Feng Lei understood. Lin Fei's cultivation realm is a mess. He hasn't even reached the golden immortal realm. Unfortunately, his defense and divine strength are not to be underestimated. We've been searching for 5 days, but we can't find Lin Fei's whereabouts. Maybe he's hiding in a dangerous place because of his strong body? Feng Lazy and Qiao Shan's eyes lit up. Damn it, it seems that we've indeed overlooked something. With this, they realized that they had overlooked some dangerous places during their search. In the level 5 zone, the dangerous places hid demonic beasts of chaos. If Lin Fei was really hiding in a dangerous place, it was indeed possible. Search the dangerous places. Everyone changed their direction and started to search the dangerous places. Almost there. For 5 days, Lin Fei refined the corpse of the fire qilin day and night, but he didn't look tired at all. Instead, he looked excited. I'm about to succeed. A divine power pill took a total of 5 days. Up until now, this was the longest time that Lin Fei had taken to refine a demonic beast. It was imaginable that after this divine power pill was refined, it would contain a terrifying amount of divine strength, which would once again increase his strength by leaps and bounds. In the blink of an eye, another 10 hours had passed. In the heaven and earth furnace, the corpse of the divine beast fire qilin shrunk to a size of a few dozen zhang and shrunk into a ball. The hidden will of resistance was completely revealed. Unfortunately, all of this was in vain. The incomparably domineering divine fire swept away all will. It's done. When the last will of resistance was refined, a crystal divine pill the size of a fist appeared. The fire qilin danced around the pill, chasing and playing with each other. It contained all the essence of the fire qilin. Phew! Lin Fei took out the divine power pill and heaved a long sigh of relief. 5 days, no days and no nights. Roar! Near the lake closest to the bottomless ravine, a long howl resounded through the level 5 zone. A 10,000 zhang long purple centipede dashed out from the ground. It was a mature chaos demon. It charged towards the ravine with great vigor. That was not all. Elsewhere, there were also chaos beasts that smelled the irresistible temptation. Long roars rose and fell in succession, echoing in the sky. It must be Lin Fei. Feng Lazy and Qiao Shan looked at each other. Let's go. They seemed to have realized that 5 days was enough for Lin Fei to refine the divine beast fire qilin. Even though they didn't believe this result, the commotion made by the chaos demon forced them to think in this direction. Master, there's a large number of chaos demon beasts outside. Long Tian had been standing guard outside the entire time. The commotion coming from outside the sky was immediately detected. Stall them for a while. Long Tian charged into the sky and appeared above the ravine. He saw a purple centipede coming. How dare you disrespect Master? Kill without mercy. In the ravine, Lin Fei had the urge to let the divine power pill entice him. He had never seen a divine power pill that could be so flawless. Let me see how much this divine power pill can increase my divine power. Can I break through to the power of 10,000 dragons in one go? The second bloodline activation required the power of 10,000 dragons. Currently, Lin Fei only had the power of 3,000 dragons. The first-rate divine beast fire Qilin contained the essence of the divine beast and the divine power refined. However, it attracted a lot of attention. He swallowed the divine power pill and released surging divine power. The surging divine power made Lin Fei narrow his eyes in pleasure. This divine power pill completely surpassed all the divine power pills he had taken previously. All 36,000 pores on his body felt extremely comfortable. 3,000 dragons, 4,000 dragons, 5,000 dragons. In the past, the improvement of the divine power pill was very slow. However, after taking the divine power pill refined by the divine beast, the divine power in Lin Fei's body soared into the sky. In an instant, it increased from 3,000 dragons to 5,000 dragons, truly advancing by leaps and bounds. This was not the end. His divine power was still increasing. Every inch of his flesh and blood contained endless divine power. They greedily absorbed the divine power. 8,000 dragons, 9,000 dragons, 9,400 dragons. When it reached 9,400 dragon divine power, the surging divine power finally stopped. Bang, bang, bang. Lin Fei reached out and clenched his hand. His divine power exploded, and the deep ravine exploded. Large pieces of rocks flew down, causing a huge crater to appear in the center of the ravine. Unbelievable! My divine power has reached 9,412 dragons. There are only a few hundred dragons left before the second bloodline activation, truly advancing by leaps and bounds. If the first bloodline transformation was an improvement, then after taking the divine beast fire Qilin's divine power pill, Lin Fei truly had the capital to do so. With the divine power of his fleshly body reaching 9,400 dragons, he was simply an ancient monster. Brat Lin, you are too abnormal. It seems that your strength will soon break through 10,000 dragons. The crab demon was shocked. I did not expect to see the appearance of a Saint Physique at the age of immortality. Ha ha ha! Saint Physique? Lin Fei was puzzled. When your divine power reaches 10,000 dragons, your body will transform into a Saint Physique. It's a terrifying physique, 1 in 10,000. Once you have a Saint Physique, you can almost walk unhindered among the Daluo golden immortals. Only an immortal king can suppress you and kill you. Other Daluo golden immortals can't do anything to you. What? Saint Physique is so awesome? Why have I never heard of it? Hee. That is because it is impossible for humans to have a Saint Physique unless it is an ancient or a divine beast. Other than that, no one else can achieve it. Now you should understand how lucky you are. Lin Fei laughed. So I have the capital to establish myself? Once you have a Saint Physique, your bloodline will be stimulated for the second time, and your divine power will increase again. At that time, you will really be awesome. Lin Fei did not doubt the crab demon's words. He meant it. I will definitely achieve the power of 10,000 dragons. Boom! Earth-shaking energy fluctuation came from the sky. Whoosh! In the void, a blue light came. It was a lightning fox, a chaotic beast that was said to be able to cut everything. Come down! Lin Fei made a grabbing motion, causing the lightning fox to change its position and appear right in front of him. Its eyes shone with a sinister light. Lin Fei blew out a breath of air, causing the lightning fox's body to explode. What a pity, my divine power elixir. Lin Fei's god energy had increased to 9,412 dragons. With a single breath, he could blow a chaos beast to death. Even he did not know that he was so powerful that he could blow a chaos beast to death with a single breath. At this time, there were dozens of demons gathered in the sky. Long Tian had inherited the chaotic heavenly dragon, and there were many enemies. Gradually, he was at a disadvantage. If not for his strong body, he would have died long ago. Long Tian, come back. Lin Fei used the Saint Dragon step and appeared in the sky, standing proudly. Master, I have disappointed you. Long Tian felt very embarrassed. It's okay. Lin Fei shook his head. The thing is with that human brat. Dozens of chaotic beasts shouted and rushed towards Lin Fei. In an instant, the weather changed. Gravitational field. Once the gravitational field suppressed them, they were all enveloped. Lin Fei used the god-demon body and became 10,000 zhangtao. He grabbed with his god-demon hand, and a huge purple ape fell into his palm. No matter how hard it struggled, it was of no use. Once the heaven and earth smelt was opened, it was suppressed. Brat Lin, you are really awesome. This has a trace of ancient bloodline. I did not expect you to suppress it with one move. Within the heaven and earth smelt, the crab demon could see the purple ape fall into the divine flames. A moment later, the divine flames covered its body, and it was extremely miserable. This is a purple lightning eagle. It specializes in speed. The barbaric snake king is extremely poisonous. Just a touch of it will kill you. Chapter 887. There's movement over there. Chaos big demons are gathering. Could it be that some treasure has appeared? In a forest, a group of people saw a silhouette flying over their heads, blocking out the sun and sky. Usually, when they saw a chaos big demon, they would definitely hunt it down and take its treasures. However, when the first chaos demon appeared, the second one followed, and the third one appeared one after another. Their faces turned pale with fright. What a joke! A single chaos greater divinity was barely passable, but 2 chaos greater divinity would put them under immense pressure. 3 chaos greater divinity would practically wipe them all out. When they saw a large group of chaos big demons, they thought they were doomed and had to run for their lives. However, they were all dumbfounded. The chaos big demon flew over their heads. Usually, when it saw humans, it would be furious and chase after them. Today, the sun seemed to rise from the west. The chaos big demon ignored them and flew away. Iron Blood Marquis. Do you think there's an incredible treasure? The Iron Blood Marquis swallowed his saliva as the primal chaos greater demons flew past. He subconsciously said it should be. I just counted. There are a total of 18 primal chaos greater demons flying past us. Hiss! The group of people gasped. Fortunately, they did not attack rashly. Otherwise, if the 18 chaos big demons attacked, they would be smashed into powder. Should we go and take a look? This group of people was the Iron Blood Marquis and his group. They hesitated. For the treasure, the chaos big demons probably won't pay attention to us. Maybe they will fight among themselves. We can be the oriole behind the mantis, stalking the cicada. Hearing this, they all agreed. Therefore, the group of people followed the chaos big demons. As expected, the chaos big demons didn't pay attention to them. The Iron Blood Marquis and his group were overjoyed. They were even more curious about the treasure that made the chaos big demons ignore everything. When dozens of chaos monsters gathered in front of the 10,000 feet long trench, they looked at each other, speechless. What is going on? The Iron Blood Marquis and his group were more and more shocked, especially when a person appeared from below. At the beginning, he had the upper hand against the chaos big demons. Later on, he was at a disadvantage. Just as they thought that person was done for, a giant hand suddenly appeared from below and suppressed a chaos greater demon. It's him, that brat Lin Fei. The eyes of the Iron Blood Marquis flickered with killing intent. It was that brat Lin Fei who had stolen their treasures, causing them to be restricted in all aspects. That's right. Even if that kid turns into ashes, I can still recognize him. He's Lin Fei. We haven't been able to find him for a long time. I didn't expect him to be in the level 5 area. Looks like he's done something good again. This time, we've gathered all the experts here. We must teach Lin Fei a lesson. It's best if we can rob him of all his treasures and let him have a taste of helplessness. The resentment in their group was too deep. When they saw Lin Fei appear, they threw all sorts of curses at Lin Fei. It seemed that this was the only way they could breathe a sigh of relief. I'm afraid there's no need for us to do anything. Lin Fei will perish in the hands of the Chaos Great Demon. There were dozens of Chaos Great Demons. Even they felt their scalps go numb at the sight of them. The sky above them was so large that it covered the sun. Any one of these Chaos Great Demons was enough to deal a huge blow to them. Unfortunately, it seemed that their curses did not work. When the dozens of Chaos Greater Demons saw Lin Fei appear, they fought to be the first to attack. The aura of the Chaos Greater Demons covered the sky and covered the earth. However, that damned Lin Fei seemed to have the help of the gods as he subdued the Chaos Greater Demons one by one. The people at the scene almost suspected that the Chaos Great Demons were imposters. Otherwise, how could they be subdued and subdued so easily? If that was not the case, Lin Fei's combat strength was too terrifying. Previously, he was inferior to them. Now, after a few days, he has suppressed them. He defeated all the Chaos Great Demons. The Iron Blood Marquis and the others looked at each other. If that was the case, the other group of people would have their eyes wide open. They were Feng Lazy and the others who had been looking for Lin Fei. They had finally found where Lin Fei was hiding due to the changes in the Chaos Great Demons. Just as they had guessed, he was hiding in a dangerous place, which had caused them to miss a great opportunity. How is this possible? Since when were the Chaos Great Demons so weak? Everyone present had fought with the Chaos Great Demons before. They were not easy to deal with. Not only were their attacks powerful, but their physical defense was also amazing. Killing a Chaos Greater Demon required a tremendous amount of effort. As for capturing it, it was more than 10 times more difficult than killing the Chaos Great Demons. However, at this moment, they saw Lin Fei casually capturing the Chaos Great Demons. The powerful Chaos Great Demons seemed to have become a thing of the past. The Chaos Great Demons were decreasing one by one. In less than 5 minutes, the overwhelming Chaos Great Demons had disappeared. It was as if they had never appeared. In fact, they were still arrogant before. The increase in divine power of the Chaos Great Demons has decreased. Lin Fei was not satisfied with the gains. The divine power he had gained was not much. From 9,412 divine power points, it had increased to 9,450. The divine power he gained was equivalent to mosquito meat. Let's go. The Iron Blood Marquis and the others felt a chill in their hearts. They had wanted to take revenge, but now they could not wait to leave. Dozens of Chaos Great Demons had been captured by someone to deal with Lin Fei? What kind of joke was that? He could probably defeat them with a single slap. Iron Blood Marquis, since you are here, why leave? Lin Fei was not in a hurry. He blocked the Iron Blood Marquis path with a faint smile on his face. So it's junior brother Lin Fei. I have offended you previously. Please forgive me, junior brother Lin Fei. I have long known that a person like junior brother Lin Fei is a true peerless genius. No matter where he goes, he will shine. The Iron Blood Marquis had completely lost the thought of revenge. How could they take revenge on such a person? It would be better to just knock his head against the wall and die. Iron Blood Marquis, seeing that you are so sincere, I will give you a task. I believe that you will be able to accomplish it. Lin Fei patted the Iron Blood Marquis' shoulder. This pat almost scared the Iron Blood Marquis out of his wits. Junior brother Lin Fei, feel free to speak. I will not disappoint you. The Iron Blood Marquis' heart was in his throat. He was most afraid of being robbed. Nothing much. Actually, I want you to collect the corpses. Lin Fei's eyes lit up, but when the Iron Blood Marquis heard these words, his body trembled uncontrollably. It was as if he had fallen into the 9 heavens of frigid earth. Collect the corpses? Don't tell me he wants to collect my corpses? You guys have been watching for so long. It's time to come out. Don't tell me you want me to invite you out? Chapter 888. Puff, puff, puff. A group of people hid in the void by relying on their treasures. Who would have thought that Lin Fei would attack them? Lin Fei's divine power was close to the strength of 10,000 dragons. Even so, he was still able to suppress them to the point of death, causing them to vomit blood. From the moment they appeared, Lin Fei understood everything clearly. At this time he had given them a chance, but they did not appreciate it. It seemed that they had come in groups. This was a situation that he had seen many times. It's them. The people behind Iron Blood Marquis exclaimed as they recognized them. Chao Shan from Black Tortoise Academy, Feng Lazy from Thunder Academy, and Go Chin from Holy Heavens Academy are all together. Are they here for Lin Fei? They knew almost all of the people who came out of the void. Even if they did not know them, they had heard of their reputations. Collecting their corpses? Don't tell me they are collecting their corpses? Iron Blood Marquis took a deep breath and tried to calm himself down. Maybe so. That's scary. They did not understand why the corpses were being collected, but now that they saw Lin Fei send them flying, they understood what was going on. How did they offend Lin Fei? At this moment, they felt lucky that they had seen Lin Fei's divine power. Otherwise, they would have ended up in a miserable state the next time they met. Lin Fei, what are you doing? Gao Chen coughed out large mouthfuls of blood. His injuries were not light. He pointed at Lin Fei and shouted. With a flick of his finger, Lin Fei shot out a burst of divine energy that landed on the Gao Chen's body. The divine energy exploded, tearing his corpse into pieces. Humph, aren't you here to kill me? Aren't you embarrassed? Lin Fei acted as if he had done something insignificant. You killed Senior Brother Go Chin. How dare you offend your superiors? The other disciples of the Holy Heavens Academy were glaring at him. They were all shocked. Lin Fei, you bastard. You killed Senior Brother Gao Chin. I will definitely report this matter to the Academy and have them punish you severely. Gao Dezhuang put on a tough front, but in reality he was terrified. Killing a low-level Zenith Heaven Golden Immortal with just a wave of his hand was too bold. There's no need to report it. Back then, you targeted me and suppressed me. If it wasn't for my strength, I would have let you succeed. Now, you colluded with others to kill me. Today, I'll settle the new and old grudges. Report to the Academy to threaten me? Do you really think I'm afraid of you? Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Lin Fei shot out a strong wind, and a large number of wind blades flew towards him. Block it. The disciples of the Holy Heavens Academy did not expect that Lin Fei would attack without any warning. He did not care about the rules of the Academy and really wanted to kill them here. Master Lightning Breeze, Chao Shan, hurry up and suppress Lin Fei together. The disciples of the Holy Heavens Academy asked for help and tried to help them. Whoosh, whoosh, the wind blades exploded like a gust of wind, enveloping them within. Their bodies were torn to pieces, directly swept away. From the beginning to the end, they did not make a move at all. In fact, they were already shocked. Dozens of chaos demons were all suppressed, and they lost their courage. Those chaos demons were not inferior to them, and Lin Fei suppressed them with a wave of his hand. They could not compare at all. Fight? What did they have to fight? Brother Lin, This has nothing to do with us. It's true. It was all Gauchen's bewitchment. We had no choice. After Gauchen died, Master Lightning Breeze from the Thunder Academy pushed all the blame to Gauchen. I can guarantee that it was all Gauchen's initiative. He was jealous of Brother Lin's talent and wanted to take everything from you. Xiao Shan squeezed out a smile and blamed Gauchen. Since he was dead, he could not come out to explain. In order to survive, he had to take the blame first. Seeing Master Lightning Breeze from the Thunder Academy and Xiao Shan from the Black Tortoise Academy pushing the blame to Gauchen, Marquis Ironblood, and the others shook their heads in disappointment. They're dead. Lin Fei will definitely not let them go. Marquis Ironblood wiped the cold sweat off his forehead. Lin Fei was simply unrestrained. He killed his fellow disciples as he pleased. However, with Lin Fei's strength, even if the academies knew about it, they would not dare to do anything. Is that so? Lin Fei glanced at Marquis Ironblood. Do you think I'll believe you? Force you to your face? Force you to your head? Master Breezy Thunder and Xiao Shan knew that their reasons were not valid. Who would have thought that Lin Fei would recover from his injuries in such a short time? His strength would increase by leaps and bounds. He could cover the sky with one hand and suppress dozens of chaotic monsters. This was the most horrifying thing. Lin Fei is too murderous. He killed his fellow disciples as he pleased. He might even kill us. For now, we should split into two directions. Once we leave the 9 Nether Secret Realm, we must announce Lin Fei's actions. Master Lightning Breeze said. Looks like that's the only way. Xiao Shan agreed. 1,000 Thunderbolt strike. Master Lightning Breeze gritted his teeth and activated the power of law. Violent thunderbolts fell from the sky, and thick thunderbolts filled the void. Power of earth bind. These strands of law energy condensed into thin threads. They swept toward Lin Fei in all directions, trying to trap him. Power of the Emperor bind. Lin Fei was disappointed with their actions. He directly activated the power of the Emperor and added the gravitational field. Open! Thunderbolts and earth bind. Lin Fei slapped down and shattered them into pieces. They were no longer effective. I didn't want to kill you. As long as you admit your mistakes, I'll just cripple your strength. Unfortunately, you don't know how to cherish the opportunity. Lin Fei shook his head. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Pung, 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 Lin Fei slapped down 3 times in a row. Almost 10,000 dragons of strength swept out. The void collapsed on the spot, and a thick storm crushed the immortal body. Even the primordial spirit was not spared. Silence. Everything was silent. After 3 slaps, except for Ironblood Marquis and the others, no one was left. It was truly dust to dust. Ironblood Marquis realized that his body was trembling. No matter how he tried to suppress it, he could not suppress it. It even swept through his entire body, making him feel uncomfortable. Junior brother Lin Fei, you killed them well. If you don't kill them, they will be trouble in the future. Ironblood Marquis clapped and cheered. It was very eye-catching in the sky. Junior brother Lin Fei, you killed them well. You killed them to your heart's content. They all began to praise. Lin Fei did not know whether to laugh or cry. His face sank. Originally, none of you could leave. However, the heavens are virtuous, so I decided to let you all go. Junior brother Lin Fei. Today we saw the battle between Thunder Academy's Master Lightning Breeze and Holy Heaven's Academy. Unfortunately, Holy Heaven's Academy's disciples could not hold on. Before Junior brother Lin Fei arrived, they all fell. This Ironblood Marquis was a smart person. Thunder Academy is indeed a good-for-nothing. Playing a sneak attack to kill people, it's not very proper, Lin Fei said with a smile. Fortunately, Junior brother Lin Fei turned the tide and killed them to avenge the dead. Ironblood Marquis finally heaved a sigh of relief. He would not die. All right, you all can leave now. This sentence was not an imperial edict. Finally, they would not have to die. Voila! In a flash, they took out their treasures and ran as fast as they could. They wished that their parents could give them more legs. Brat Lin, when did you become a good person? I thought you were going to kill them. Lin Fei said with a smile. Don't think of me as such a bad person. I am not a murderous demon who kills on sight. I am afraid that I have already turned into a demon. Iron Blood Marquis and the others did not offend me. I just wanted to scare them. Now, where do you plan to go? There is only one day left in the 9 Serenities secret realm. I plan to refine the treasure left by the great emperor. Lin Fei had already decided. This matter could not be hidden from the great emperor. As for the treasure, it could be leaked out. Now, what Lin Fei needed to do was to continuously improve his strength. Everything else was meaningless. Lin Fei moved on to a lair of a primal chaos greater demon. With only 2 moves, he killed the demon and took it over. Then he pulled out a glittering, translucent crystal. The sage, great emperor, must have been very glorious in the past. The incarnation of the heavenly demon great emperor was at the peak level. In the end, the sage great emperor killed him with a single will. One could imagine how powerful he was in the past. Lin Fei was looking forward to finding out what was in the crystal. This was refined from the incarnation of an ancient overlord. Even if a part of it was lost, the remaining part could not be underestimated. Lin Fei did not want to be targeted by the ancient overlords when he went out. Of course, the ancient overlords were those immortal kings. Even if they were not tempted, the immortal monarchs of the Daluo Golden Celestials would be tempted. Refine for me. The heaven and earth furnace slowly rotated. The will of the ancient overlords had never appeared in it. It was pure and flawless. A sparkling thread was refined from the crystal and integrated into Lin Fei's body. Immediately, a mysterious will appeared. Law, this is the law. Lin Fei's eyes lit up. This thread was the power of the law. It was incomparably pure, far from the gravitational field. This is the perfect combination of the law. I heard that to become an immortal king, one must combine the power of the law. The law power of the ancient overlord contains the perfect nature. It is not something ordinary law power can compare to. These thin threads contained horrifying might. After Lin Fei carefully inspected them, he came to a shocking conclusion. No wonder the great emperor said that he would give me a gift. The incarnation of the heavenly demon, great emperor, contains the power of the law. It also contains a mysterious aura. Now, as long as I refine it, I will directly possess the perfect type of law power. According to my calculations, the death energy of the heavenly demon great emperor was damaged during the refinement, but it was preserved. It can still reach the legendary 70% of the power of the law. Coupled with the special perfect nature, it can also resist 80 or 90% of the power of the law. As he continued reading, Lin Fei was thoroughly excited. He could control 70% of the power of the law, which was comparable to 80 or 90% of the power of the law. Chapter 889. In a dangerous place, black fog shrouded the area. Within the perimeter, it had become a land of death. Not a single blade of grass grew, and birds and beasts disappeared. In such a hopeless situation, a large amount of death chi engulfed the entire place, turning it into a true land of despair. In the center of the area, a young man was sitting, surrounded by death chi. The strands of death chi intertwined and cut the endless void. Finally refined the death chi successfully. The young man suddenly opened his eyes, and the death chi burst out. A huge storm swept out, and a large number of rocks exploded and turned into dust. Huff! The young man let out a long breath. His eyes brightened, and the death chi converged, returning to normal. Congratulations, Master. Your strength has improved greatly. Long Tian flew in from outside. Lin Fei smiled and stretched out a finger. A thin black line appeared on his finger, filled with a terrifying aura. I never thought that one day I would be able to cultivate the power of law. After spending close to a day's time, Lin Fei finally refined the power of law, turning it into his own tyrannical power. Death Killer. With a flick of his finger, the death chi in Lin Fei's hand flew out and instantly turned into a black armored man, filled with death chi. Great! With 70% of the power of law, I can condense a puppet of law. After refining the power of the law, Lin Fei understood the information contained within. When the power of the law reached 70%, he could use the power of law to transform into a human form, the incarnation of the Sky Devil Emperor, an existence that grasped a Tao, had the power of law combined. Although he was killed by the Saint Sky Emperor, he still retained 70% of the power of law, giving it to Lin Fei for free. All right, with 70% of the power of law and the Saint Physique, my combat power has increased by more than 100 times. I'm afraid that the one who gained the most from this trip to the 9 Nether Secret Realm is me. I have the capital to establish myself in the heavenly realm. Now I can go out. There wasn't much time left, so Lin Fei simply practiced mastering the power of law and integrated it into one of his trump cards, City of Chaos. The 10-day period of the 9 Nether Secret Realm had unknowingly arrived. For the representatives of the various academies, 10 days was nothing. It was just a time for them to drink and chat in the blink of an eye. At this moment, a large number of representatives from the various academies were gathered on the primal Chaos Plaza. All of them were waiting for their disciples to return in triumph. Every time the academy's disciples returned, it would be a grand event. Some could soar into the sky, some could not, and some would become a thing of the past. Hua! A sky curtain opened. The inner part of the 9 Nether Secret Realm began to teleport the students out. One by one, the Academy geniuses were teleported out of the sky screen with excitement and appeared on the Chaos Square. Haha, our Mountain River Academy's disciples have come out. Immediately, an Academy elder shouted excitedly, "Elder, we're back!" Every disciple of the Academy came out. All sorts of excited voices could be heard. They gathered in groups of 3 to 5 and congratulated each other. In the sky, the elders of the 4 universities were gathered in one hall. Brother Sue, the results are about to come out. I'm really looking forward to it. Thunder Academy's White Mansion Immortal Monarch had an overflowing smile on his face, as if he already had the other party in his grasp. They had agreed to add a wager, and the results would be revealed today. The outcome hasn't been decided yet. How can you say that you've won? Sue E. Immortal Monarch was very calm and unhurried, without a trace of anxiety on his face. Hee, Brother Fu, there's no need to rush to a conclusion. We'll know in a while. Who knows, our Black Tortoise Academy might even suppress the other 3 academies. Black Tortoise Academy's Xian Shan said with a smile, "Your Black Tortoise Academy isn't that strong. You can't even compare to our Glory Academy." Qiu Sheng retorted, "Every wager they took out was extraordinary. If it was put up for auction, it would definitely cause quite a commotion. The treasures of treasures. Haha, our Glory Academy's genius, Jun Wentian, has come out." A moment later, Jun Wentian appeared under the sky curtain. Qiu Sheng, Immortal Monarch, had a smile on his face. "Wentian, come here." Qiu Sheng waved his hand, and Jun Wentian and the others appeared in the sky, surrounded by boundless astral winds. "Greetings, Elder Qiu and the 3 seniors. Don't make a sound. Just stand there." Qiu Sheng said calmly. The Glory Academy's geniuses were the first to come out, which indeed brought a lot of pressure. Our Glory Academy's geniuses are about to come out. Fu Bai laughed. At that time, it's still uncertain who will win. Jun Wentian's eyes twitched when he heard this. He closed his eyes, and a scene immediately appeared in the river of memories. Maybe they're dead. Wave after wave of people appeared in the sky curtain. During this period, Thunder Academy and Black Tortoise Academy's disciples also appeared. However, the group of Glory Academy's geniuses seemed to have disappeared. How can this be? Where are Feng Lazy and the rest? Fu Bai was no longer calm. He widened his eyes and kept looking for the disciples. Xian Shan was the same. After asking the disciples, there was only news of them. For some reason, a bad feeling rose in his heart. Could it be that something bad happened? That shouldn't be possible, right? When 2/3 of the disciples had come out, the two elders were no longer calm. North Star Academy, where are Lin Fei and the rest? At this moment, Su Yi was also no longer calm. None of the people from their Holy Sky Academy had appeared. Could it be that they had all died? In the past, it wasn't that no one had died, but it wasn't as complete as it was now. Ha ha ha! Looks like your Glory Academy's geniuses are unlucky this time and have died in the secret realm. Qiuxing, Immortal Monarch, laughed in high spirits. Bullshit! How can our geniuses die? Fu Bai had a bad temper. They must be behind us. They're coming out soon. I'll make you admit defeat later. Qiuxing, Immortal Monarch, chuckled. Then I'll wait and see. The Iron Blood Marquis is coming out. Under the sky curtain, a group of people appeared. The Iron Blood Marquis is not bad. Qiuxing, Immortal Monarch, waved his hand, and the Iron Blood Marquis appeared beside him. Disciple greets elder. The Iron Blood Marquis was terrified, seeing that all the people who came out were the disciples of Glory Academy. Thunder Academy's White Mansion Immortal Monarch felt completely uncomfortable. A cold light shot out from his eyes. Iron Blood Marquis, are our school's Feng Lazy and the rest behind you? Qiuxing, Immortal Monarch, raised his brows and relieved the pressure. Old thing, are you trying to scare our school's disciples? Is this how you ask questions? Seeing this, the Iron Blood Marquis sighed inwardly. How unlucky! Brother Chiu, why are you angry? I'm just asking question. It's not like I'll lose anything. Xian Shan interrupted. By the way, is our school's Qiao Shan behind us? Chapter 890. The events of that day were still fresh in his memory. The Iron Blood Marquis was scared out of his wits. Even now he still recalled it. When the sky curtain opened, he chose to come out later to avoid trouble. After all, the deaths of the geniuses of the Thunder and Black Tortoise Academies, including the king-rank disciples, was definitely not a small matter. It would definitely cause a commotion, so he decided to come out later to avoid being dragged into the vortex. The Iron Blood Marquis did not know that his painstaking choice had become the target of two immortal monarchs' attention. His strategy had failed. The two immortal monarchs had personally questioned him. The pressure was not small. It was almost unbearable. Qiuxing, Immortal Monarch, said, Iron Blood Marquis, if you know, you can tell them. With this elder here, you can speak freely. Speak freely? The Iron Blood Marquis' heart turned cold. Damn it, why did this happen to me? I can only brace myself and say it. At the same time, I cursed Lin Fei's ancestors 100 times. Disciple understands. The Iron Blood Marquis nodded, replying to the two seniors, I have seen Feng Lazy and Qiao Shan. They fought over a treasure. In the end, a chaos beast was lured out, and they both died. Died. Fu Bai's eyes widened, a cold light radiating from them. Speak clearly for me. Brother Fu, what do you mean? Qiuxing stepped forward and glared. Do you really think I don't exist? The Iron Blood Marquis, words were indeed a big matter. It concerned two academies. Fu Bai and Xian Shan, the two immortal monarchs, were naturally furious. If other disciples died, they could be nurtured again. But if a king's disciple died, the loss would be too great. They had poured a lot of effort into them. If they died like this, they would not have the face to report back. Is what you said true? Xian Shan glared angrily. He had been waiting for the Academy's disciples. In the end, he heard such news. Was it not the demon race? Everything I said is true. How would I dare to lie to the two seniors? They were indeed fighting over treasure. The Holy Sky Academy's disciples died in their hands. The Iron Blood Marquis threw out another piece of information. Regardless of whether the two immortal monarchs believed it, he had to drag them in to avoid attention. As expected, his words were effective. Su Wan's expression changed. Our Academy's disciples really died? Did he die at their hands? It's true. When we saw it, it was indeed so. The Iron Blood Marquis braced himself and said, Everything this disciple said is true. Although Sui knew that the 9 secluded secret realm was doomed, he was still shocked when he heard the news. Fu Bai of the Thunder Academy and Xian Shan of the Black Tortoise Academy changed their expressions again. Iron Blood Marquis, you can step aside now. Qiu Sheng regretted letting the Iron Blood Marquis come up, causing such a thing to happen. This was not a good thing. The two of you, how do you explain this matter? Su Yifa was at a loss as he stared at the two of them. Brother Su, do you think this is true? Fu Bai frowned. What if it doesn't exist? In the 9 secluded secret realm, killing had happened before. It could be said that every time it happened, it was a life and death battle. Everyone knew this in private, but on the surface, no one dared to do so. There was a rule. They clearly knew that their men had killed their men, but the other party had done it in private. Although they were suspicious, they didn't have concrete evidence. Thus, they couldn't do anything. At most, they could only grumble and express their dissatisfaction. This kind of thing was too normal. But that year, when they robbed treasures and killed people, the nature of the situation was completely different. Hearing the words of the Iron Blood Marquis, the two immortal monarchs almost cursed. If it was true, it would be big trouble, at least on the surface. That's right, a person's words are not worth believing. Moreover, our school's disciples would not do such a thing. Xian Shan argued. In any case, they wouldn't take this seriously and refute it with all their strength. The three of them began to quarrel. Su Wan naturally blamed them for killing their Academy's disciples, causing their Academy's disciples to be almost completely annihilated, causing them to lose all face. You talk, I talk, you talk, I talk, you talk. Under the sky of the plaza, another person was teleported out. When this person appeared, the crowd started to hesitate, then exclaimed, Isn't he Holy Heaven, Academy's Lin Fei? The kid known as the Invincible King? I didn't expect him to come out alive. Unbelievable. The 9 secluded secret realm was filled with danger. Even they couldn't guarantee that they would come out alive. But now, a Xian immortal brat came out alive. This was simply a joke. How could Zhang Qing, who had gone through so many dangers, feel embarrassed? Brother Su, your school's Invincible King has come out. Just as they were quarreling, a single sentence caused the quarrel to stop. He really came out. A smile finally appeared on Su Yifa's gloomy face. Just now he was so angry because he thought that Lin Brat had died, causing great loss. Seeing that Lin Brat was alive and kicking, Su Yifa heaved a sigh of relief. Where's North Star and the rest? Why is it this brat who came out? On the plaza, in the Holy Heaven Academy's area, Elder Fei Yang and the other 2 elders' faces were filled with worry. Until now, not a single disciple had come out. The surrounding academies started to secretly point at them. Without guessing, they knew that they were talking about them. Finally, a person came out, but just as his smile appeared, his face stiffened, especially Elder Fei Yang. He didn't have a good impression of Lin Fei. He was just an upstart who was intoxicated with success. He wasn't well received. However, at this moment, the person who came out was Lin Fei. Elder Fei Yang quickly walked up and asked Lin Fei if he knew anything about the North Star Empire and the others. North Star Continent? You don't know? Lin Fei was stunned, then he shook his head. Elder Fei Yang was almost angered to death by these words. North Star Continent doesn't know? You have the cheek to say that? Junior brother Lin Fei, the elder is asking you a question. How are you going to answer? Another elder frowned, clearly dissatisfied. Lin Fei spread his hands. If I don't know, then I don't know. Why are you asking me? They are humans. They will naturally come out. You? Who do you think you are? Back then, Elder Fei Yang pretended not to see, allowing them to attack him, mock him, and almost beat him up. At that time, why didn't he introduce Lin Fei to him? Now he was anxious, worried, asking me. Elder Fei Yang's face turned dark. What do you mean by this? Could it be that this elder shouldn't be asking you? This time, Lin Fei was even more straightforward, directly walking forward. Ignored. He directly ignored Elder Fei Yang. This brat is too arrogant. How despicable. Elder Fei Yang gritted his teeth. If they were somewhere else, he would definitely suppress Lin Fei no matter what. Yet, Lin Fei had actually ignored his words and caused his question to fall through? This is outrageous. This is outrageous. Lin Fei was purposely angering them. With his current strength, there was no need for him to care about them. Congratulations, junior brother Lin Fei, for coming back safely. Following that, a force enveloped him, and Lin Fei appeared in the void. Thank you for your concern, senior brother Su. I was able to come back safely. Lin Fei said with his head lowered. It's a pity that senior brother North Star and the others died in the hands of the geniuses of the Thunder and Black Tortoise Academies. I could only watch helplessly without being able to do anything. Brat, don't slander us. Foob, I never expected that this unremarkable brat would really come out of the Nine Nether Mystic realm alive and kicking. Not only that, he even beat them up. This brat is too sinister. He clearly killed North Star and the others, and destroyed Master Feng Lazy and the others. But now, with just a sentence, he caused trouble to flow to the east. This Marquis is truly ashamed of his inferiority. The Iron-Blood Marquis worshipped Lin Fei in his heart. When Lin Fei saw the three of them, he felt that there was anger in them and provoked them directly. Brother Fu, Brother Xian, what do you say about this? Su Yi erupted in anger. Our academy's disciples are not as strong as them. You can't say that you're slandering us now, right? Fu Bai felt guilty, unlike Su Yi, who spoke with confidence. No one would think that Lin Fei was lying. Forget it, forget it. Here are 10 drops of lightning cores. In the future, this seat will definitely visit them and apologize, leaving behind 10 drops of lightning cores. Fu Bai tore open the void and left. He was not willing to stay here any longer. Since Brother Fu has admitted defeat, you can have this ancient shooting sun god arrow. Xian Shan also had no face to stay and followed Fu Bai. Illusory dreamgrass for you. Victorious immortal monarch knew that he had lost the moment Lin Fei appeared. After giving out the illusory dreamgrass, he left with his people. Lightning cores, ancient shooting sun god arrow, illusory dreamgrass. All of them were treasures floating in front of Su Yi. Brat, did you kill their geniuses? Su Yi set up a formation and asked, Senior brother, why would you think so? How could this disciple have such strength? Lin Fei naturally shook his head. How could he admit it? Su Yi stared at Lin Fei for a while and said, It doesn't matter whether it was you or not. Don't let them get hold of this. Otherwise, it will be very troublesome. Our academy will be in a passive state. Junior brother understands. It was a very simple sentence. In fact, both of them understood it very well. These are the treasures they left behind. Choose one. If it wasn't for you, they could forget about squeezing treasures out of them. Su Yi smiled. Su Yi briefly explained the 3 treasures. Lightning cores could condense a lightning body. Lin Fei had a god-fiend body. Coupled with his bloodline transformation, he had a first-class treasure body. As for the illusory dream grass, he didn't really need it. Junior brother, you choose the ancient shooting sun god arrow. Think it over. The ancient shooting sun god arrow can be used 3 times. The stronger one is, the more powerful it can be. If it falls into the hands of an almighty, it can definitely kill an immortal king. Kill an immortal king? Lin Fei repeated. Su Yi did not take it seriously, and thought that he was surprised. With your strength, it shouldn't be a problem for you to resist a 4th-tier nomological expert. Thank you, senior brother. Lin Fei naturally wanted this kind of ancient, immortal weapon. Chapter 891. Lin Fei, a name that seemed ordinary in the past. After coming back from the 9 Nether Mystery Realm, he was destined to be remembered by everyone, especially the immortal monarchs of the 3 top academies. Lin Fei's return had not only earned Su Yi immortal Lord some face, but he had also obtained many precious treasures. Every single one of them was invaluable, and if they were to be placed outside, they would cause a bloodbath. Although the disciples of the Holy Sky Academy had suffered heavy casualties, immortal monarch Su Yi didn't mind. Junior brother Lin Fei alone was worth all of them. His value was immeasurable. The Black Tortoise and Thunder Academy, the 2 top academies, had lost their king geniuses, causing an uproar. In comparison, the invincible King Lin Fei of the Holy Sky Academy was instantly remembered by everyone. This guy with a low cultivation had exceeded everyone's expectations and did not die in the 9 Nether Mystery Realm. As the last group of people appeared, the trip to the 9 Nether Mystery Realm had finally come to an end. No matter who it was, everyone who came out from the 9 Nether Mystery Realm had obtained great benefits, and their cultivation would improve by leaps and bounds. Primal Chaos City. After the end of the 9 Nether Secret Realm, there were groups of elders. Some of them were happy, and some of them were gloomy. There were all kinds of expressions. Elder Fei Yang, only Lin Fei is left in your academy? Outside the Primal Chaos City, a group of people stood on the Hoofing Phoenix that was a few hundred zhang wide. They were the 2nd biggest academy in the northern region, the Phoenix Academy. Elder Mu, on this trip, represented that he was in an exceptionally good mood. In this trip to the 9 secluded secret realm, the Phoenix Academy's disciples were quite lucky. Not many of them had died, and they had obtained many treasures. Everyone's strength had improved. At this moment, every disciple was beaming with joy. The Phoenix Academy had a great harvest, while the rest of the disciples of the Holy Sky Academy had died. Only Lin Fei was left. No matter how one looked at it, the Holy Sky Academy was at a disadvantage. It was obvious who was stronger and who was weaker. Elder Mu was in high spirits. When he saw Fei Yang's group, he naturally wanted to give them a good beating. Humph! Elder Fei Yang harumphed coldly, appearing extremely helpless. None of the North Star Emperor and the other disciples whom he had high hopes for had returned. Instead, it was Lin Fei whom he disliked that had returned. This Marquis sees that the Holy Heaven Academy isn't anything special and is far inferior to our Phoenix Academy. You have many geniuses and bear the title of the number 1 academy in the northern region. If it was this Marquis, I might as well kill myself. On the back of the Phoenix, the 3 Marquis of the 3 armies, and behind him was the aura of a magnificent army. Compared to 10 days ago, his battle prowess had increased yet again. A faint silhouette could be seen behind him. Elder Fei Yang's expression sank, and a cold light gleamed in his eyes. He glanced at the calm and composed Lin Fei from the corner of his eye, and he felt extremely uncomfortable in his heart. Why did the North Star Emperor and the others fall? Why was this brat living so comfortably? Elder Mu, don't talk nonsense. Be careful of your boasting. Elder Fei Yang's expression changed, and he said proudly, Our Holy Heaven Academy is the number 1 academy in the northern region. Our foundation is deep, and it isn't something a second-rate academy like yours can compare to. As for the North Star Emperor and the others falling, that's their fate. If you think that our Holy Heaven Academy is inferior to you, then you're gravely mistaken. This elder really doesn't want to bicker with you, lest others see it and say that I'm bullying the weak. Ha 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 ha. Elder Fei Yang, when did you become so reserved? Elder Mu laughed, wildly. Could it be that you're king of invincible, Lin Fei? I'm not trying to criticize you, but I'm afraid that your king of invincible didn't die in the 9 nether secret realm. He might have hidden somewhere for 10 days. The 3 Marquis seized the opportunity and said, Elder's words are too reasonable. The reason why their Holy Heaven Academy created this king of invincible might be to cover up the fact that they haven't produced a king-conferred disciple for hundreds of years. I reckon that they used the name of King of Invincible to gain everyone's attention, ha ha ha! On the back of Huifeng's phoenix, the other disciples laughed loudly. Holy Heaven Academy? At this moment, they really didn't treat it as a big deal. Elder Fei Yang raged. Elder Mu, you asked for it. How can you disregard the Holy Heaven Academy? He turned his head and looked at Lin Fei. Lin Fei, you're the king of Holy Heaven Academy. It's everyone's responsibility to protect the Academy's honor. Now that there's someone who doesn't place the Academy in their eyes as a king of invincible, this elder has high hopes for you. Don't disappoint this elder and the Academy. Elder is calling me? Lin Fei returned to his senses. He seemed to have heard Elder Fei Yang calling him. Elder Void first had something to do, so he left early and asked Demouji to return with Elder Fei Yang. Just now, Lin Fei was studying the ancient sunshot god's arrowhead. Elder Fei Yang's expression darkened. Someone is blaspheming the Academy's name. Go out and teach them a lesson. Lin Fei casually glanced at Elder Fei Yang's face and realized what was going on. It turned out that this Elder Fei Yang was trying to set him up. This Marquis, can slap him to death with a single hand. The 3 Marquis' strength had greatly improved in the 9 nether secret realm. Naturally, he didn't treat Lin Fei as a big deal. This Marquis will give you 3 moves. Slapping him to death with a single move is too boring. Elder Mu didn't stop him at all. Instead, he used his divine sense to send a message. 3 Marquis, kill this kid Lin Fei later. This elder doesn't like the name King of Invincible. Elder, don't worry. He's just a mere Xian, immortal brat. This Marquis will make him regret being born into this world. Facing the 3 Marquis' provocation, Lin Fei didn't even frown. Instead, Elder Fei Yang's anger rose. His heart moved. Elder, it's just a second-rate academy. There's no need to get angry over them. This disciple will immediately kill them and make you happy. This kid really doesn't know the immensity of heaven and earth. With Elder Void here, I wouldn't dare do anything to you. But now that Elder Void has left, I'll use my words to provoke you. This is perfect. If you die at their hands, the Academy will have an excuse to deal with Phoenix Academy. Little brat Lin, you can become the sacrificial lamb. Elder Fei Yang's eyes narrowed. Junior apprentice brother Lin Fei, good job. Don't worry, this elder will take care of everything. I was waiting for you to say that. Lin Fei secretly laughed in his heart. If you don't want to trick me, then I'll return the favor. This disciple won't let you down. Lin Fei nodded seriously. Who's that birdyard? I'll slap you to death and send you to hell. Lin Fei pointed. I choose you. You were the arrogant one just now. Kid, we're Phoenix Academy, not Birdyard. The 3 Marquis' eyes flashed like lightning. I was going to give you 3 moves, but since you're so arrogant, if I don't teach you a lesson, we won't be able to show off our Phoenix Academy strength. Boom.